How?
Think we got it.
Rolling through. What's up? What's cracking? How?
Want a sick one today? Yeah.
What is up, my Zudes? It is ZUDECAST episode number 47 today. We are here.
Yes, sir.
It is the start of February. Shit. It's the start of No Fat February, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. It is a true.
I got a head start on that one, bro.
Oh, there you go.
By just a couple days, but
Cool.
But I'm full of rage already, brother. I can feel.
Yeah, it's going to be a little bit of a based conspiratorial episode today. We got some shit talking,
Yeah,
dude.
I can tell you this week's got my blood flowing like some maple syrup.
Like maple syrup, yeah. What
does that even mean?
Because it's
I guess
Canada.
But wouldn't it be like slow and like stickier and like more like viscous if it's like so your blood's just like
Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean.
Oh, okay. So for those who don't know, we're the Zudes. This is the ZUDECAST. My name is Adrian Grody here. That's my Instagram handle. I make comic books and I do art and I make music and I make this podcast with these folios here. And we're all gonna be making our own videos. We're all making our own videos soon and building the channel and keeping this shit going. So like, comment, subscribe for them. Got to my boy here right here. What's his name? How are you,
dude?
Yeah.
I'm Crispy Grooves, as you know. I'm that dude. I play guitar. I do the things. I think we're having some. Oh no, we're good. Okay, we got some. I'm playing guitar. You know, we're doing things out here, doing it big, doing it large, extra large in charge. Hey, yo, playing a show at Shady Lady on this Friday, February 4th. Come through. We're playing some gnarly fucking tunes. Gnarly. I had to practice for this shit. It's crazy. We're playing some anime songs too. So if you're a weeb, be ready. I
got an itch now.
Yeah. And then we got who's that over there?
It's Robert Ware at Where's Vibes.
Oh, so you've turned a new leaf.
That up. No, it's Bumbo Chumbo, motherfuckers.
You got to see it through, my boy.
Okay, so yeah, if you want to learn how to make some motherfucking EDM or something, go to maybe the link in my bio at my Instagram or go to where'svibes.com and yeah, book
Guy's
a session.
on website. Look at
Book
him.
a session.
guy.
We're doing
Fancy.
Ableton lessons.
He's on the World Wide Web, bro. He's
Wow.
a spider. He's like,
We're on Web 2.0. We're trying to get into 3.0.
Yep.
I'm trying to get on Internet 2, bro. I'm trying to get early access to Internet 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's speculation about it.
When are they gonna announce Internet 4?
Ooh, this fool's living in 2045 over here, bro.
I'm already
All
over
right,
it.
so you said we got some anger, some rage,
got some
brewing
anger,
up,
dude.
bro, about some
Yeah.
about some things. You said you got
We
we got a lot to talk about.
I got a lot to talk about.
We got someone behind the boards too. We always feel so rude all the time.
How's it going? It's Herb the Word.
How-
How's it going, y'all?
Back from the dead.
Back
from the dead.
Yeah.
Back from the dead.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
I tell you what, I am fucking bricked up about these stories today.
I mean, you're backed up, bro. It means you're holding a lot of shit in for a while.
Kilos,
And you're gonna have to
kilos and kilos. Yeah.
yeah, kilos of shit.
Yes, sir.
Stop eating Legos.
Just maple syrup and kilos and kilos. Yeah, we
right.
got some wild stuff. We're getting on some conspiracy vibes today. You know, I mean, as always, it's it's the
As always, we got some news, some conspiracy, some cultural outrage about redesigns and gender swaps, brother. They're destroying our America here.
Every time,
And the
every
Zudes
week.
are here to every fucking week, bro, honestly.
Yeah.
We breeze through them, though. We're going to breeze through them.
Yeah, it
because we
seems
actually
like
we got follow-ups. So, like, some of our
Right.
stories are follow-ups to some of the other stuff we were talking about last week and stuff, too. So that's always nice.
Yeah, it
always
seems
nice to be
every
ahead of the
single
curve.
week there's another character that's removed from the spank bank. You know, it's really a tragedy and a travesty.
Absolutely.
I agree. I think this week though we may actually get one added to the spank bank. We'll get there when we get there, but I don't think her design is that bad. So we'll see. We'll see when we get there. That's later on.
We got a
but
lot of
yeah, we
stuff.
got a lot of shit to dig into. So we're gonna move a little quickly. We're
right
gonna
into
fucking also I'm gonna say a prayer to Dark Lord Cthulhu right here. Shouts out, and then let's keep this ball rolling. Let's see what we got here. Oh yeah, take it away here to our bearded man.
All
Our
right.
bearded legend here is gonna
Yeah.
talk about.
You think I could pass as Canadian?
I
yeah,
think you're
definitely.
the only one
Probably.
here who could.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, they'd spot me a mile away.
Actually, I don't know, because you're just generally not cooked enough to be a Canadian.
Oh, I'm not. So I'm not cucked and I'm not Canucked enough. Is that
you're
what
not.
you're saying?
You're not Canucked enough.
Oh,
yeah.
man.
It's kind of a problem.
That's true.
Dang.
Well, I'm proud to be a Canadian. I'm not a Canadian.
These guys are all very proud to be Canadians. Honestly, this
Yeah.
is like a real, actually, like I've been seeing a lot of people be like, "This is bullshit. We're taking like really mad about everything going on in Canada because it actually has been kind of crazier than over in America in some ways. Honestly,
Big white pill moment, I think.
because this is a big old thing here. This is a big giant strike going on. It's been a bunch of truckers have been. How long have they been doing this for? It's been like
going on
week
about
now?
a week at this point.
Yeah.
So there's like an armada, a convoy of I've heard up to like 50,000 trucks. I'm not sure exactly the number, but they're just doing a slow roll from. I think some of them. So this is all across Canada. Some of them come from all the way from Vancouver, and they're all just colliding, bunching up at
Ottawa.
At the Parliament Hall or whatever they call their little fruity government building over there. But yeah, we got an
Their
article.
little government butt shack.
Yeah, the butt shack. So we got an article from Daily Wire here.
Oh, so they reached Ottawa, by the way. They reached Ottawa,
Yes.
and there's been a big protest with lots of people coming, people bringing the truckers food and water, and people coming and bumping music and dancing
Yeah.
in the street and shit. And it's been like a big... it's been just like a big protest, but a lot of people are just out there, trying to keep it positive. That's been cool about it. But yeah, let's see what's gonna. I think they're getting confronted now.
Yeah, there's definitely
Yeah.
it's gonna come to a boiling point because these truckers got a lot of leverage right here. Police and protesters are engaged in a standoff after law enforcement moved in to arrest the organizers of the trucker convoy currently assembled on the United States-Canada border. Rebel News videographer Simone first reported Monday afternoon that the truckers who had previously voted to remain where they are despite being surrounded by Royal Canadian Mounted Police were expected to begin negotiations with the RCMP, which I don't even know what the hell that even stands for.
Royal Canadian Mounted Police.
True.
That's the cops. Yeah, that's the cops.
The horse cops.
The horse cops. Yes.
Sure doesn't stand for Royal Cum Pile.
Ooh. Red chili motherfucking peppers. Negotiations begin Monday evening. Simone reported that organizers were wondering why supporters bringing food and water were not allowed to pass police checkpoints, but media reporters were. Curious. Police told the organizers they were attempting to coordinate with them in order to bring their supplies through the checkpoints. I got another slide here as well. About an hour later, police negotiators returned to say that RCMP was willing to allow locals in the town of Coots. Man, these Canadians with their goofy ass.
No, it's just the old Coots.
Coots, the old Coots.
Coots.
Where the protest is being held to bring food and supplies in, but would not allow for more big rigs to come in from the outside. Quote, has Jason Kenney heard our voice? One trucker asked police of the premier of Alberta who declared the truckers' blockade of the Canada-U.S. border illegal. You can say that Jason Kenney knows because it's all over the media and the news, and we have reporting lines too. One police officer told the protesters, quote, is he aware of our requests? Another trucker asked, I can say yes. He's seen the picture. I can't speak for him. I don't know what he knows or doesn't know, but I think you guys have been pretty clear and pretty vocal. I think it would be hard for him not to know. And I think that was the last slide on that. So basically, I don't know exactly because this is hard because it's a Canadian story. So you don't exactly know as an American, like what's going on because there's obviously a lot of media distortion in America that's trying to kind of conflate this to be something that it's really not. But from what I understand, it's partially about the vaccine mandates that they had for truckers, which frankly, I mean, no vaccine mandates make sense to me, but especially for truckers, man, those guys are the most lonesome cowboys you'll ever fucking meet. You know, these old lonesome Canucks. And it's like, who are they really gonna infect, other than just the lot lizards at the truck stop? Won't anyone think of these lot lizards?
Oh man, the poor lot lizards, man. I just gotta
Yeah.
say they're probably been catching the brunt of it the most because
Yeah.
with the fear of the pandemic and stuff, the truckers they're not gonna just bang any old lot lizard
Right,
anymore,
right.
So they've had this coronavirus shit really been affecting everybody, and
Imagine you're like a liberal truck driver in Canada. You're like, hold on, let me see your Vax card first.
before you hook up with the lot lizard.
Yeah.
Right, syphilis not a deterrent, gonorrhea not a deterrent, COVID-19.
Yeah, I saw a chick on Tinder the other day, like, and her bio is like vaccinated, herpes positive. Oh my god! I was like, well, at least you're being honest. And hey, You know what?
Fuck.
You know, you'll find.
You'll
your,
get him one day, champ.
You'll find.
Yeah, she'll do
Yeah,
fine. It's
she'll
easy.
do. She'll do fine.
It's
She'll
definitely-
find her gently used lover one day.
It's definitely easier for chicks with herpes than guys with herpes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
But
But
that's
if you
another-
both have herpes, then it's all right.
Oh
It
yeah,
cancels
then
each
you're
other
rocking
out.
and rolling,
Yeah.
bro. That's a match made somewhere.
Absolutely.
Somewhere.
A match.
Match made of bumps.
Yeah.
But so anyways though, yeah, so they've been the thing is that all the testing and the mandates or whatever has been really fucking with the, you know, like the efficiency of being a truck driver, because up there it's a lot more stringent, I guess, and
yeah.
you know, it just makes everything harder because the supply line, you know, truckers really do be, they, you know, they run the game, dude. They move everything
Yeah.
around. Without them, we can't really do anything.
No, exactly.
And a lot of these people are sick of it. They're sick of, you know, jobs everywhere have been having hard time just keeping up with all the regulations and stuff, and people are getting sick of it. And this is, you know, it was only a matter of time before someone did something big, and this is huge, you know.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
So
and they're already trying to smear this real hard. We got a few clips, I think, on the next slide. Let's
Yeah,
see
let's
what
check
we
it
got
out.
here. Yeah, we got one video here, so there's just some footage going on. I don't know if there's any like licensed music in this, but if there is, just. But no, let's keep the honking going. I don't think there is. I think it's just footage.
Yeah, so downtown Ottawa. Yeah, so there's a lot of people too, though, and they're trying to say that this is like a fringe. Hey, let's go. Okay,
All right.
Great White North. Yeah, damn, they got some Great White Norths if you feel me.
Their truck stop lizards look a lot better up there.
Shit. Well, this is all just your. I was almost gonna say Republicans. What do they even call them up in Canada? Are they Republicans still? They call them just what, right wingers?
I think there's like the Conservative Party, and then there's like the Labor
Oh my
Party.
God,
it's
that
like
fool's-
it's like the UK kind
That
of.
fool stink. His truck just said "fuck Trudeau" hella
Yeah.
big on the side.
Truck Trudeau.
No, this is not music playing. Ignore. No music. There's not music right now. Just listen to
No,
me. Not
sir, no,
listen
sir.
to me. Listen to me. Not the video. This is me. This is me talking. This is me. This is not China.
Yeah.
Okay.
But if you listen to the mainstream media, they'll tell you that these guys are all Adolf Honkler. And I don't know. Does this look dangerous to you? I don't know. I think we got
It
another
looks chiller
video.
than
Let's-
our
This looks
fucking.
chill.
Yeah.
It just looks like
I know.
it looks like a parade.
This looks
you know?
very polite.
Yeah, it looks. Oh wait, there was a dude fucking dancing at one part, but it's fine. It's totally fine. But he was breaking that shit down. Fucking Canadians, bro.
We got another
Yeah,
little
let's
bit
see.
of
Let's
footage
see
here
this
as well.
one here. The 4K guy. Shouts out to the 4K guy. We got our Canadian coverage. The 4 Canadian guys.
Canadian with a K.
Got all those
So it's
logs.
the KKKK.
Yeah, there you go. The 4K guy.
4K
Oh, I see.
Canadian. I see.
Right.
Oh, good lord. Yeah, I mean,
Mandate freedom.
I don't know. It looks pretty chill.
Yeah.
It looks super chill. Like they're going like 2 miles a fucking hour,
Yeah.
and everybody's like on the same side. You don't have even any counter protesters.
It kind
looks
of
like.
just looks like some fun, entertaining thing to go do on
Yeah.
the weekend. You bring some beers with you, and you just like run
So
around
far, yeah. I mean, there's
Canada.
definitely like nothing that I've seen from this has looked remotely like violent or even like aggressive. This is, in my opinion, this is what civil disobedience should be about. Because it's like if it gets, I think as
the
long
cops
as it,
are just like walking around, you know, no one's giving
Yeah.
a fuck.
it's still
Like,
Canada.
yeah.
But I mean, yeah, you can see, and I mean, there's other photos you can look at them, and there's just miles and miles and miles of trucks,
and people watching. You know, people lined up next
Right.
to them watching.
So
them do their
dope.
and they're just watching, just bricked up with patriotism. You know, just
Oh my god. I mean, dude, that's a lot of normal people to be calling this something violent
Yeah.
and dangerous and shit. You know, I mean,
It's because they're so used to fucking United States fucking bullshit, so they're trying to make it into that.
well, they're trying to make it into like a J6 style event. I
Right.
think Justin Trudeau, J Trudeau, even compared it to J6 or something.
I mean, that was pretty harmless until,
Right.
you know.
But this is not harmless. I will say, like, there will be consequences of this, and there will be, you know, I mean, if you stop the movement of supplies and you know, you mess up the supply chain, which is what they're trying to do. It's the whole point. Yeah, there's going to be some stores that are not stocked, and there's going to be some things, but it's like,
Fuck 'em.
yeah, well, maybe, you know, maybe they should just do it for just 2 weeks, you know, just 2 weeks to slow the spread.
Maybe they should just make that change. You know what I mean?
What's 2 weeks? You can't just deal with 2 weeks of completely shutting things down and oh yeah. So you know, you can't really give these truckers shit because they fucking make every single other person's lifestyle possible.
Well, the thing is too is that truckers and like transportation like industry, like they never got a break. Like, even from the beginning, you know, they never got a fucking break. So like for them to see everything go up, be as hard as it was at first, you know, at least it was hard with everybody having your back and shit, being like, you guys are the heroes and shit. And now it's like, you're unvaccinated, you're scum, you're a piece of shit. I wish I included it, but there was this video of like French children on like a news show talking about how they need to report the unvaccinated to the police and they're a threat to society.
Yeah.
Even if it's family, they're gonna fucking. Hey, I just want to say this because these fools they're French, and the French are fucking simps and cucks, and historically too, they would be totally down for some shit like this because
they're French and Canadian.
They're French and
Jesus
Canadian, but it's like
Christ.
particularly the French part. The French part kind of has a different culture too than the rest of Canada too, and it's like it was the French people that were like, oh no, we're gonna fucking rat you to the police and shit for being unvaxxed, and it's like they've always been down with that authoritarianist shit, and like that's a cultural thing that came over from there, like for fucking sure.
I'd say by and large, most of these truckers are fairly in line with a lot of American, you know, just kind of blue collar. It's kind of the same shit going on there. And I don't mean to shit on Canadians, honestly. Like,
we talk shit, but it's more just for the goof.
But for this purpose, I think right now this group of Canadian truckers is doing more for the purpose of liberty than any fucking Republican has done in the last, you know, year or two. To be honest, like I think they might actually be getting results with this, and I think we've got a little bit of that coming up.
Let's see.
Yeah, exactly. We got a good old Deo.
Oh my god, dude! They've really
amazing.
been trying to add that angle of like, oh, it's white supremacist and it's racist, even though this clearly has nothing to do with race. And I feel like they were trying to like ride this double-edged sword of being like, vax mandates aren't racist, but people who oppose vax mandates are immediately racist, and it's because they're right wing and all this shit. And it's like, but look at this motherfucker!
Yeah, for
Like,
Justin Trudeau, it's like a double-edged scimitar, you know. Street rat, you know.
Fuck, dude, fuck. Like, that's bad. Why would he go that dark for Aladdin?
Bro.
You don't need to go that dark for Aladdin, bro.
You never go full. You
don't need to do that for Aladdin, bro.
Keep going. I think I got some more Trudeau stuff.
Let's see. Oh, yeah.
So Justin Trudeau just said,
That's
this was like today. Yeah. Today in the House, members of Parliament unanimously condemned the anti-Semitism, Islamophobia, anti-black racism, homophobia, and transphobia that we've seen on display in Ottawa over the past number of days. Together, let's keep working to make Canada more inclusive. Well, I'm glad he's worked past his own little phase there.
You know,
Little edgy boy phase.
it's like, what about it? They've been very explicit about what their demands are and what this is about. It's about the Rona. It's about the restrictions on industry, making everything a pain in the bitch. It's about not being to get fucking vaccinated for fucking liberty purposes. It's about not having to fucking be mask cops and shit because people are unhappy, and the workers that are actually fucking moving society along are absolutely unhappy. And it's fucking, you know, it's rough, but they're trying to do this shit where they're like, I even saw an article where it was all like swastika scene at the rally or the freedom.
No photographic evidence.
Yeah, I was like, where's the picture?
Yeah.
Where's the picture? Where's the fucking picture? Same they said too with the Confederate flag was there. Which, first of all, trucker, maybe. I'll say it, maybe.
Sure.
I'll say it,
Canadian
maybe.
trucker,
you know,
though?
I've met racist ass truckers before. You know, it's a grumpy life. It's a grouchy life. Blue collar workers are very angry at life in general because their jobs are harder than most of yours. Just keeping it real. But where's the pictures?
Hey, man,
where are the fucking pictures? You know,
I'm a DoorDash driver, so, you know, I can relate. No, I mean, but even just that, just driving fucking, sometimes I'll just be driving for fucking like 10 hours in a day. I'm like, this shit sucks, dude.
Yeah,
so like
these fools
guys
are driving
do this
weeks on straight,
14-hour days, weeks, all bricked up on meth.
Oh my god, we need a counter for shit like this.
I don't know why I keep fucking saying that. It's just funny, just the term. Bricked up like a Lego.
Yeah, I it's just, I don't know, dude. It's like, it's really obvious at this point too. It's like, especially anything coming out of government officials' mouths, like, why would you believe it at this point? Like, why would you even say like, oh, this is what this is about? Like, how are you so gullible if you're going to look at this and be like, they're clearly saying like, this is about liberty. This is about, deregulating this shit, or whatever. And taking the steps to try to move back to, getting the fucking economy moving and shit again.
Open,
and it's just, oh, nope.
Because Toronto like just had another like lockdown that just started. Like I keep seeing all these like musicians and comedians being like, sorry guys, our Toronto show's canceled, our Ontario show's canceled because of fucking,
and they
got the new lockdowns and they suck. Like,
their lockdowns are worse than ours, bro.
yeah.
Here we get to like still go outside and shit. And, like out there, they'll fucking like, beat your ass over being outside without a mask at the park by yourself. Like,
right.
And that's fucked. Like that's some straight North Korea shit, dude. I mean, I'm not trying to over exaggerate or whatever, but I mean, it kind of is.
Is what it is, man.
Yeah, because I mean, out there too, they're like, don't sit on the park bench. What the fuck is wrong with you? That park is just for being there. That's not your park. You think you can fucking sit on that? Right. And out there, they're like, you think you could come out here and just be out here without a mask? What the fuck's wrong with you? Like, it's stupid, dude. But fuck the Mounties, bro. Fuck the Mounties and fuck Trudeau, bro. Trudeau, he's so bad. He looks like a chick almost. Like his face.
He's Fidel Castro's son.
Like, a lot of poetry.
You ever see that? Yeah.
No, I didn't see that.
About how he looks weirdly like Fidel Castro. Like if you put them like next to each other. If you had a beard on there,
maybe. But if he was related to Fidel Castro, he would have a beard. Come on, Cuban. Come on, Harry.
True.
Come on, Cubans.
He could shave it, bro.
Come on.
Cuban links.
We'll see. Let's see what else here we got for this one. What's that?
Yes, the honkling is happening. So the honkening. So Tim Pool just posted. I didn't post the whole article because whatever. But so Quebec scraps planned tax on the unvaxxed sources.
That's right. They were talking about doing that, about taxing unvaccinated people. They're like, you're taking a tax on society, so you deserve to be taxed more.
Wow.
And it's just fucking bullshit, bro. How can you fucking be like? That's just inequity. Period. Like, I mean, what if I didn't? I mean. There's the argument where they're like, oh, everybody has access to the vaccine. And it's like, I guess, but it's like still medical discrimination. Like
everyone has access to it. So good. Let them make up their own minds on whether or not they want to get it. It's effective. So anyone else who has it should be safe, right?
Yeah,
except for Prime Minister Justin Trudeau, who got the Rona. It's like everybody make sure you get vaccinated so you can still get corona like me. And now he's hiding out in his little Saddam Hussein bunker somewhere.
You know what else is available to everybody for free? Getting fucked in the ass. That doesn't mean I want to do it.
Ask any Canadian trucker. They'll do that to you.
Oh my God. Yeah. I feel it.
They're like, I'll fuck this whole economy in the ass before I take this shot.
Hey, man. I mean, it looks like that's what they're doing now, and it's worth it. I mean, I guess. I don't know. It's just, I mean, we saw this in Australia, too. The truckers did the same thing out there. Mm-hmm. It is interesting to me that it's like going up to like the U.S. border and stuff, too. I feel like there probably is going to be one in America soon at some point.
That's what I heard. There's word
rumblings of that.
In DC.
Which I won't be surprised if it
happens. Should be fucking epic. Because, I mean, at this point, I'm like, I mean, that's the whole point. Like, if people are really going to be like, oh my God, they're interrupting the supply line. It's like, yeah, no shit. Like, that's what we've been doing like this whole time, fucking up the economy. So, like, I don't want to hear.
I don't want to hear it.
Any of these pro-lockdown motherfuckers being like, oh no, now they're going to mess up. The white supremacists are messing up the economy now. It's like, dude, that's what y'all have been doing for the past 2 years.
Yeah. It's coming. I mean, it's coming. I think it's coming.
I think I got some more Trudeau shit here.
Yeah,
a couple more things.
Trudeau. Oh my God. Oh my God. This is fucking. This is everyone right now, bro. Mm-hmm. Workers of the world, you have nothing to lose but your chains. No, stop uniting, you fascists. Take your vaccines, take them, and lose your jobs. Your jobs mean nothing. They'll be automated anyways. Do what the government says.
Exactly. I love that shit where it's just like, it's like, well, the value of your labor, you know, it's the fruit of your labor. Are you not? Are you not? Is a man not entitled to the fruit of his brow, or whatever? The fruit of his labor, the sweat of his brow. I get that. The fruit of his brow.
The fruit of his labor and the sweat of his brow. Yeah.
The fruit of.
I fucking.
They're about to slap freaking their fruit on Trudeau's brow. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, this is just, I mean, I will say in this way, this is just like January 6th. Because again, I even said back then, it's all like the working class needs to unite and directly confront the government. And then it's like, yeah, a bunch of working class people do. And they're like, no, not like that. No.
Yeah.
And it's like, what do you fucking mean? You know? And it's like,
I was talking to this
ahead,
chick
yeah,
about January 6th for a second. Just for like a, and she was
Yikes.
she's like, yeah, the only reason that it's like I don't support that is because it was for the wrong reasons. I was like, you know, Antifa wishes it was them. You know,
they wish, they wish, bro.
It's like, yeah, if it would have just been for the right reason, like canceling student loan debt. Oh my god! I was like, oh really? If it was for, yeah,
Yikes. That's a yikes from me,
yeah,
man.
that would have made it worth it.
That's a.
You got to shit on a politician's desk for that. Oh no, I took out a loan I shouldn't have.
Dude, I will say though, I've said a lot of people do try to be like, oh, it's just student loan debt, but dude, the state universities will offer you so much fucking money, bro. They will offer you so much money. They offered me like fucking $300,000-$400,000 worth of fucking loans just to fucking be, you know, like
No,
over the
fuck
years,
yeah.
bro. It was like they offered me like $40,000 every fucking year, and it's like that's way too much. If you took that, like, yeah, you'd be posted in school and you'd be chilling or whatever if you had to pay for dorms or shit or whatever. But it's like you don't.
Yeah,
A lot of people take it so they can live comfortably, and then they're just in fat amounts of debt that they're never gonna. Like me, I could probably reasonably pay my debt off at some point because, like, I mean, in my lifetime, it's gonna be hard. I'm gonna have to do it eventually soon, like start doing it soon.
Yeah,
but like. It's like I made sure to take as little as possible, and I even paid a couple semesters out of pocket. And it's like it sucks to do it that way, but a lot of you motherfuckers just took hella money out and thinking it wasn't a problem for anybody, you know. And now you're like, fuck.
Yeah, those aren't supposed to be like the best years of your life. Like,
They're not. I've said
you just got
college
like
is not
$500,000 in loans chilling
Yeah.
in college for like 4 to 8 years or whatever.
That's exactly what happens, dude. And like, it's not. I said because a lot of people too, they talk about like, oh, free college, give me free college. Free college in Europe is not for fucking. You don't get to fucking party and finger bang chicks and get fucked up and do ecstasy and go to class the next day all fucked up. If they saw you doing that shit, dude, they would drop your ass out of the program hella fucking quick, dude. They are on your ass in those schools. And the free college is you go to fucking class. And you fucking have a counselor on your ass all the time saying, what are you doing? Chop, chop, you know, and you're working through this program and you're being mentored to do something specific. It's not a fucking joke over there. And motherfuckers over here wouldn't even like it. Like, they wouldn't even like it if we got the free college they have over there, you know? Like,
yeah, well, it's just what happens when you get the government involved in all the loans, too. They're like, oh, yeah, you can't file for bankruptcy on these. But anyway, back to the truckers at hand.
Plenty to talk about student loans.
And you know, and then but the people that took on $50,000 in college, you know, debt or $100,000 or more, they're all like these fucking stupid ass blue collar truckers, bro. They're so dumb and they're unvaccinated and they're plague rats and they're filthy. They're the unwashed masses. But it's like, bro, they make good money and they're like, you know, they're providing for their family and shit. They're not in debt.
They make better money than most.
They might be in debt on a truck.
I had a buddy that you know, his dad did this shit and
it's hard. It's a fucking hard.
He made
life,
about
dude,
like $48 to like $72 an hour for driving. And think about it, he's driving for like maybe 2+ weeks. Dude made so much fucking money.
Yeah.
It was ridiculous.
It's a trade-off, man, because you want to talk about the value of your labor and shit. It's like these fools put in the work. That's
literally wash their
that's why
toes
the hours.
inside of like a sink.
Yeah, that's why to them it seems like it's like, oh, you people are the problem because you have better houses than me and you're rich and this and that. But it's like they're working for their money, and that's why a lot of them are very angry. And I will say this too. I hate to say it, but I'm around a lot of people from kind of different ranges of class, but it's like a lot of them have a, you know, it's a sacrifice. It's a sacrifice you have to make, you know, and that's why there's kind of this stereotype of like, you know, blue collar workers being like grouchy or unhappy and shit. But it, you know, they work hard and it does important work. It's important ass work. It's like structural work, you know, that the society actually needs and shit.
I think it's a good morale boost that they've got, like all the support, like on the streets and stuff in Canada. You know, I think it's a very thankless job. Like when you go out on the highway and you see all those trucks out there, anytime you're on the highway, like it's all just full of stuff. Anything you bought was, you know, it was either, you know, picked from a fucking farmer or brought in on a truck. Like, you know, our entire lifestyle that it's so cushy that we rely on is made possible by these motherfuckers. So throw some respect on the name. You know, and then got the Stone Toss comic there. You know, edgy Stone Toss. But
I mean, that pretty much sums it up. Let's see what else we got though. I think we got one more. G Prime. Man. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm saying though too. Is like there's so many normal people. It's clear that they're normal people too because we didn't watch it all the way in the first clip, but people are they're hanging out. They're having they're keeping it positive. They're playing music. You know, people are just spending time with each other, and it's like it doesn't look racist, bro. And it's like, oh, it's all white people. It's like it's fucking Canada, bro. Right. Come on, don't be fucking stupid. Like you know,
pretty sure I saw some Indian truckers.
I saw there's plenty of people in those videos, you know. But anyways.
G-Prime killing it as always.
Oh my god, Gavin Gruesome.
Just a quick one, you know, tangentially related, but just about, you know, these leaders, they're not afraid of COVID. They don't give a shit. They don't give a shit about what you think of them. They don't give a shit about their own rules that they set for everybody else. And here you go. You got fucking Magic Johnson over there sharing needles with Gavin Newsom. And then we got LA Mayor Eric Garcetti and San Francisco Mayor London Breed. We got London Breed on the track.
Right.
And then, you know, while everybody's kids are in masks, and it's like, dude, people will just completely feign ignorance or feign, like, they're like, What do you mean? Oh, no, we just got to keep the kids safe. It's not a big deal if they're just masked up all the time, you know?
Bricked up.
Not bricked up all the time, you know. These kids should be out having fun. They should be bricked up, not masked up. Come on. Free the kids. Save the children. Fuck. You should not be bricked up until, you know,
you're an appropriate age.
Start going through changes, okay?
All right. But we all hate fucking Gavin Newsom. What the fuck else is new? He's a liar and a hypocrite. Whatever. Should have got fucking recalled. But, you know, Neil Young's working his way up there to be in a real, you know, on the shit list for me and for us. Why don't you break down this conspiracy board here? This is your hero, right? You said that you're a huge Neil Young fan. You said you have all his records. You said that he's a great singer and songwriter.
Oh, no, dude. I like Neil Chung. He's a Chinese businessman. Yeah, you got it completely wrong, dude.
Neil, is it just me or does he look like he enjoys quite a bit of truck stop lizards also?
Oh man, I'm sure that fool's had like a couple fucking truck stop geckos if you catch my drift, bro.
Yeah, let's talk about
actually he had feelings about truck stop geckos. Bro, we'll get to,
That fool looks like he literally just hunts actual lizards at truck stops and cooks them over a campfire. Like.
Cooks them on a skewer, like on a fucking kebab with lizards.
Yeah. So, you know,
lives
we got
a fucking motorhome. Oh fuck.
He's definitely living in, I'm sure, much nicer than a motorhome. So yeah, we got Neil Young. You guys know him, all dozen of you. You know him. If you're under 30, you probably have never fucking heard of this man. Are you guys familiar with Neil Young's music at all? I feel like I'm the only one that kind of is.
Yeah, somewhat.
Like vaguely.
I feel like I've heard some songs, but
I never liked him like that. I never got into him.
Look at my dick. I'm old and weird now. Neil Young, legendary protest rocker with such hits as The Needle and the Damage Done. Curiously, very pro-vax. Interesting, isn't it?
You'd think that after his experiences with needles, man, he's
not scared of him at all.
Oh yeah, no,
he's like, shoot me up with anything.
Oh fuck.
Yeah,
that's yikes for me, dog.
Yeah, he's like, I wanna live, I wanna give booster shots to all the kids.
Jesus Christ.
I'm looking for kids with heart inflammation.
What the fuck is wrong with it?
You know,
So
heart,
anyways,
heart inflammation. I'm trying.
I feel you.
just evil.
Explain this motherfucking web trail here, though.
Okay,
'cause
so
a lot
yeah.
of people are thinking this is a shill
Follow
corporate
the
move.
money.
The shill corporate move, bro. Another move by the. Go ahead and break down the conspiracy for
Okay, so for anyone that does not know, we talked about this a little bit last week. It's been all over the news. Neil Young, wrote a fucking on a carrier pigeon. Sent that to an open letter to let everybody know, hey, I'm gonna. Spotify can either have Joe Rogan or they can have Neil Young, but they can't have both. So Spotify said, I bet, and then swiftly removed Neil Young's music. And I believe Neil Young had about 6 million listeners per month compared to Joe Rogan. I think gets 11 million per episode.
So
yeah, pretty obvious choice there.
follow the money.
All the money.
Yeah, so Neil Young, I mean, if you're not familiar with his work, he was really big back in the day. I believe he originally played in the band Buffalo Springfield, who did what's it? Hey, look, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going down.
Some fucking old fucking hippie
It's
shit,
hippie
bro.
like protest music.
Fucking-
And back in the day, these guys were anti-Vietnam War. There's all like the free love movement. They were very pro free speech back then, and supposedly anti-establishment. But man, I've become so fucking disillusioned by all this stuff right now. I'm like, was it ever real? Did these people ever give a fuck, or were they always just chasing clout, chasing a check, chasing whatever this was seen as? Like, oh yeah, we're counterculture, we're cool. But then they're just so fucking ancient and out of touch now. And so you got Neil Young. He gets removed from Spotify, but I think there was some ulterior motives here because Neil Young has had issues with Spotify before. He's a real audiophile, you could say. So he's really obsessed with the audio quality, and everybody knows Spotify audio quality not the best in the world. He's since moved his music to Amazon, which,
It's funny. He's telling people,
Yeah.
he's all like, "Oh, I'm against Joe Rogan because he's doing vaccine misinformation."
Right,
So
correct.
everybody move on over to Amazon with Jeff Bezos. He's a real nice guy.
Right.
Amazon's a real great company. I love what they do. They're just totally ethical.
No
and
problem
I'm
with
okay
Amazon. No
I'm
problem with
okay
Apple.
all the stuff. Yeah, Apple too. But yeah. So what the fuck? So Blackstone.
So Blackstone is like one of the largest private equity firms in the world, I think. They have they're worth about like $10 trillion. They own just
God
about
damn.
everything. Just about half the GDP of the United States. So Blackstone is this big private equity firm. They run, finances for a lot of shit. So you can see on the left here, in August 4th, 2020, Blackstone announced his appointment of Jeffrey B. Kindler, former chairman of CEO of Pfizer, as senior advisor. And then we got January 6th, Neil Young sells 50% of his entire song catalog rights to Hypnosis. And Hypnosis, I believe they're just they're a publishing house. They've done a lot of like the legendary like album artwork and all this stuff of from the 60s and 70s and stuff. Really big huge catalog of music, but they're owned by Blackstone. It's not to make a direct connection. That's why I kind of put the conspiracy stuff in the background, because it's not a direct connection, but still there's something there, So he sold 50% of his music for $150 million. So this man is, he's got stacks, he's got bricks, he is
bricked up. Yes.
Ding, ding, ding.
Oh, I didn't say it. And then so
implied it.
shortly after that, Neil Young demands that Spotify remove his music over Joe Rogan vaccine misinformation, which you see story after story after story of Joe Rogan having vaccine misinformation on his podcast. Never do they ever actually specify or mention a specific thing. It's just because they don't like Robert Malone, Post Malone, They don't like Dr. Robert Malone. They don't like...
They don't like that
Peter
he's stealing
McCullough.
all the fucking ratings. That's what
Yeah.
they really don't.
Yeah.
It's really obvious
Because-
this is all about. They're trying to destroy his. They're
Right.
trying to destroy his reputation, so that because he's destroying them in ratings. That's all it
Yeah.
fucking comes down to.
He's
so
killing.
It does.
he-
I have
he's
no.
hot, yeah, you can see the ratings. I mean, there's Joe Rogan's like way up here. They got Tucker Carlson like way below, and then down and down and down from there. Joe Rogan's eating their lunch, dude. He's dwarfing them. He's making them look like fucking Peter Dinklage. He's making them look like sleepy and dopey and fucking bashful over there. All right.
Oh man, oh man.
So I think there's probably some ulterior motives in this for Neil Young. He's trying to make himself look like a hero, being some anti-establishment guy by shilling for big pharma and for the government, and he's old, he's confused, he's probably just about all there as Joe Biden. And it's really sad because I actually do quite enjoy Neil Young's music. Like, for the most part, not like my favorite of all time, but like Crosby, Stills, Nash, and Young, they were killing for the day. Like, but
I just want to say there's a old saying that I've seen come around through my life is that it's like punks are good people pretending to be bad people, and hippies are bad people pretending to be good people.
Ooh, yeah.
And that one punched me in the gut. So I was like, yeah, dude, I've been known that all these fucking 60s and 70s fools are fucking pieces of shit. It's like notorious. They fuck everyone. They fuck each other. They do hella drugs. They fucked each other over financially. Like, it's been a thing, I've sucked. And then it's sit the fuck down, Grandpa. I said too, I kind of popped off about this, so I'm a little more calm about it. But we're sick of seeing like the celebrities that are our celebrities talk about this shit because they don't know what the fuck they're talking about either. And all they do, it's like, hey, it's your job to act goofy on the camera and then shut the fuck up because you're stupid. And it's like, that's not what I come to you for. I come to you to listen to fucking hippie songs about my dad not loving me,
Right.
So it's like, I'm sick of like celebrities I like doing this shit. So I don't even really like your music. I'm vaguely familiar with you. The whole 60s movement is full of fucking dirtbags, and it's obvious you're just outing yourself as another one, So, again, you either die a hero or live long enough to see yourself become a villain.
No, exactly. Because it almost makes me wonder. I'm like, damn, it's like you never want to meet your heroes, dude. And the heroes that die, young, the 27 Club, it's like, what if, God forbid, what if Jimi Hendrix was 80 now, and then he was just like a crotchety old just doing this same kind of shit? I'd be like, damn, that sucks. I'm like, just let me preserve this perfect memory of you. But it really just makes you think how much they really rewrite history and rewrite shit to make these guys seem like they're the coolest fucking generation or whatever. It's the boomers pulling a psyop on the younger generation to be like, oh yeah, we're the boomers, but we were cool, we were the hippies, we were the counterculture. It's like, what do you mean to tell me that the people of the free love movement and tune out, drop out, all that shit? It's like, what? You mean they dosed people with drugs and sexually assaulted people and did shit with minors? No fucking way. I thought they were really on top of their shit. I thought they were on top of their game.
Well, dude, straight up. I mean, I was even saying too that the counterculture, that whole vibe, that whole mythology, and I'll call it mythology at this point because it is. It's been romanticized. There's this idea that back then they were doing something so noble and everybody who was a part of it was brave and daring. And I'll say back then it was probably crazier for sure, because things were a lot more just straight and narrow, but they have weaponized that kind of idea and that fantasy, and they want everybody to be like, this is it again, and be a part of it. You can be a part of history, you can be a part of, let it be known that when they look back at this 50 years, you were doing the right thing, and it's just frustrating to me because it's like, I don't know. It's weird. They were just trying to evoke all that shit, and it's hella obviously manipulation. Yeah. But
I think he gets the award for oldest clout chaser alive currently. I think
it's definitely
because they just stick their fucking finger up their ass and to see which way the wind is blowing, whatever's popular. You
guys don't.
A couple. Not unless it's a medical emergency. But what was it? Neil Young a couple of years ago released this whole anti-Monsanto album too. He's going off on Monsanto, as you would expect from these classic, liberal types, hippie kind of types. Because essentially what Monsanto is doing is, trying to fuck up your food, genetically modifying it. But what's the whole point of genetically modifying the crops is to prevent crop diseases. So they're trying to do that, and he's like, no, that's not good. I can't have my plants be genetically modified. I feel so strongly about this. I'm going to write a whole album about it. But then a couple of years later, they're essentially trying to Monsanto every single fucking man, woman, and child in America. And they're basically doing the same thing, right? It's all just, oh, well, we got to genetically modify you now to prevent disease. And he's like, well, that's fine because I'm old and I'm scared. And that's fine to be if you're old and you're scared to die and you're in bad health. And then, you got Joni Mitchell adding on top of this. And I'm like, God damn it. Because I also love Joni Mitchell's music. Like, I know you guys aren't like super familiar, but I'm like, dude, I mean, she's like one of the greatest singer-songwriters of our time, to be honest. Like, and I'm thinking, I'm like, is Joni Mitchell even like cognizant? Like, she had a brain aneurysm not that long ago. And I get it. Like, she's old and she's scared. And it's like, but you know what? I don't, not to sound fucking callous as shit, but it's like, guess what? Joni Mitchell smoked fucking cigarettes for 50 years because it's cool, and then it's like, oh no, a respiratory illness. What could I have possibly done to maybe make myself better off in this scenario?
Yeah, I mean, look at Neil. He looks like shit, dude. He always looked like shit, but fuck, bro.
Yeah.
I can't imagine he's doing too hot. He doesn't look like he's got much left in him, bro, to be honest with you. Like,
Take it from me,
rough,
that's what whites look like when they forget to wear sunscreen too long.
I feel it, dude.
And then
it
you
looks
got-
like he didn't wear sunscreen or H screen either, bro, because, man, I know those fucking hippies, they dropped away the fuck out.
But even Neil Young's bandmates have had some pretty shitty things to say about him. David Crosby basically he's like Neil Young's like the most selfish motherfucker I ever met. Basically, only cares about Neil, and I believe it. And he was, he's chasing the check back then.
I hope Neil Young can remember that a Southern man don't need him around.
Hell yeah,
anyhow,
dude. Skinnered all day.
Fuck
Hey.
you, Neil Young.
It's sad because I'm like, but okay, what I will give Neil props for, even though this whole thing's blown out of proportion now, is that Neil didn't actually say that he wants to censor Joe Rogan. He said, I don't agree with Joe Rogan. I don't want to be on the same platform as Joe Rogan. And then you got,
Taking off.
taken off. So if that's all it is, I'm like, hey. And he's also like, anyways, go to neilyoungarchive.com to get my full uncompressed wave files where you can hear me fucking jerking off in the background of the fucking,
Oh my God.
this never before released recording.
It does seem like it kind of does seem like a last second clout chase, bro. Trying to probably build up the estate, before
Probably.
he kicks the bucket.
Yeah.
Like,
and I get it for your kids or for whatever. Like, I get it.
Bob Dylan just did. He just sold his whole fucking catalog for I think it was like 60 mil or something like that, bro. He made bank. But let's see here. This old hippie.
Yeah,
fuck.
we got some more.
Let's see what else we got going on.
A couple more
here.
Neil Young things.
Oh yeah. Here you
Oh
go.
yeah, so we got Michael Rechtenwald, Twitter guy. He said Neil Young sold 50% interest in his musical catalog to Hypnosis, which is a $1 billion company which is owned by Blackstone. Blackstone just announced the newest senior advisor is the CEO of Pfizer. So not that there's a direct connection to Neil there, and
As much as there's not a direct connection, that is an insane direct connection. That is a too massive of a direct connection to ignore.
Yeah.
Because it's just whispers. They can do this shit hella easily, bro. What do you think Inception was about? Inception, that's that kind of shit where it's like, oh, they've had these things like in movies or whatever, but it's like Inception's like, it's about like setting the ideas in motion, and making shit happen like through these subtle ways and shit. And it's like, I bet, someone told someone to whisper in Neil's fucking ear, and obviously,
I think it was
all the
a-
campaigns and shit.
I think it was his wife,
his wife, yeah.
Daryl Hannah.
Well, his fucking
His wife's
what's it
name's
called? His
Daryl,
managers
dude.
and
That's
shit.
rough.
His managers and shit too probably fucking asked their higher ups and were like, "Do it. It's a good idea."
Yeah.
So I doubt they just let this old fuck make this decision on his own.
And then they asked Joni Mitchell, and she's like, "Oh, I just want to be alone with my paints." She's like, "Sure, I don't care." Like she's ancient. I saw like a thing. It was like a big like tribute to Joni Mitchell really recently, and she was she's just like sitting there in the background while it's like Norah Jones and a bunch of other people covering Joni Mitchell tunes, and she looked out of it, bro. Like she's on her way out. It's just unfortunate, but it's like
Well, what's even more obvious though that makes that connection here is the fucking
good old Tedros.
we're getting a
That's
lot
a
of
fucking name.
of odd shout outs that are out of place for this. It's kind of gotten bigger. We're even saying it like we don't even think Neil Young realized that this would be this big a deal.
No.
I don't think so either. He probably just tried to make the ultimatum and then say, "Oh, I'm gonna walk away" or whatever.
Yeah, he's probably just trying to get boomers to just buy a vinyl, box set one more time.
Probably,
That's
honestly.
really what it is.
Yeah, seems like it.
But then we got the fucking what's his face from the WHO. saying-
Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this is the WHO, bro.
Yeah. This is the fucking not the CEO, whatever you call him, the chairman, the head lead, whatever. So he said, Neil Young, thanks for standing up against misinformation and inaccuracies around COVID-19 vaccination. Public and private sector, in particular, hashtag social media platforms, media individuals. We all have a role to play to end this pandemic and infodemic.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. Like I read that before, in my head before you read it out loud, and the whole time it was just in like a lolly anime voice.
You wanna demonstrate that for us?
I don't think I can pull it off. I was trying to figure it out, but
You got it.
Thanks for standing up against misinformation and inaccuracies around COVID-19. Ooh, woo.
Thank you so much, Neil Young.
Sorry. We love Asians.
Man. Yeah, so it's just weird. Want to get a special shout out from the WHO. That's not going to make anybody scratch their heads at all, you know?
Yeah, I think we got something from
Let's see. Let's keep
who's
it-
the old Here we
This is
go,
the
buddy. Final little bit on
This
Neil
is
Young.
what
here.
this is what Neil Young feels about
Yeah, he's like,
go ahead and take it
you
away.
see a F word behind the cash register.
Don't let him
Can't trust them with your potatoes.
impeccable impression.
Yeah. Old man, take a look at my cock. It looks old and weird.
Yeah, you gotta pull that one again.
It's been all day.
Someone to suck me the whole night through.
God.
Dickless.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Anyways, so
All
we
right,
got
so we
another Daily Wire. Oh my God, we're so biased today, bro. 2 Daily Wires in the fucking Jesus Christ, dude.
Whatever show we
Might as
do.
well start putting yarmulkes on. Let's go. For the club, which is relevant for their next story too.
I was gonna say it is relevant for the next
I think I had some
story, too.
stuff. So Neil Young's 85 comments resurface about what he said about AIDS. So what did he say about the last major pandemic?
I know,
he
right?
He said comments made by Neil Young on the subject of homosexuals and the AIDS epidemic have resurfaced following the musician's controversial spat with Spotify and podcast host Joe Rogan.
Why'd
Can
you say it like that?
What?
Homosexuals.
Homosexual. He's one of them newfangled homosexuals.
Listen, I'm trying to avoid the algorithms. You gotta throw them off with weird pronunciations of shit. You gotta throw off the AI overlords.
Right.
So he had a controversial spat with Spotify, which you can actually catch AIDS if someone controversially spats on you, and then they handle your food. So in an interview with Melody Maker in 1985, Neil Young backed Reagan's gun control policies. Interesting.
Hell no, bro. Hey, and those gun control policies are notoriously racist because they were targeting the Black Panthers.
All gun control is racist.
All gun control is racist. I do agree, but those ones in particular that fucking Ronald Reagan wrote were specifically about the Black Panthers because they walked into the Capitol with guns.
That's
Continue.
right. So Neil Young backed Reagan's gun control policies and said of AIDS, you go to a supermarket and you see a behind the cash register, you don't want them to handle your potatoes. Man. So,
potato AIDS.
Right.
It was a different time.
So
Different time.
he hasn't really changed much since 1985. In the same way that they scapegoat the gays back in the 80s to blame them for all of the AIDS. Which maybe there's something there. But but this is what happened in the 80s, right? They're like, oh, it's all these fucking gay people, and then they're giving everybody the AIDS. Get away from me, Magic Johnson or whatever.
Hey, it's funny because Magic Johnson was earlier in the thing too, so it all ties together. All ties together. It's so weird.
That he's named Magic Johnson and he has
dude,
AIDS.
it's the
Like,
dude, I know.
I'll never get over it.
Dude. But needless to say, Young almost certainly regrets that horrific statement. Now quickly moved away from right-wing politics, Rolling Stone added. He wrote an anti-furious GHW Rockin' in the Free World in 1989 and was one of JW's George J.W. What about George J.W., bro? But he's a Jehovah's Witness, bro. George
What
W.
about
Bush.
George Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt?
Wait, what's that from? That's a song,
John
right?
Jacob
His name
Jingleheimer.
is my name
Exactly.
too. Hey,
Was
classic.
that like a deep memory unlock right
Yeah,
there?
yeah, majorly,
It's
majorly.
actually John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt.
Yeah,
not
that's
George,
a,
so, but
that's a
whatever.
real kosher song.
Yeah, so he made up for it by putting on rocking in the free world. Rocking in the free world.
So it doesn't make up for that though. You say fucking, the gays are causing AIDS and the blacks can't have guns. Like you don't get to come back from that, you motherfucker. Like fuck you, you ain't real. Like cause fucking fuck George H.W. and fuck George W. Real fucking hot take, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Yeah, so
Like-
he's blaming the he's blaming the unvaxxed in the same way that he was blaming the gays back in the 80s. So the unvaxxed are, as Tom Segura would say, just like the gays, discriminated just as much. No,
Hey,
but,
solidarity with the gays,
that's
bro.
right. That's right. But but people got AIDS because they shot too many things in their arms. But people who don't want to get the vaccine won't shoot anything.
It's
in
funny
their
from
arms.
this H-mob veteran too, saying
Yeah.
the gays are causing AIDS. How many dirty needles do you think this motherfucker shared with his little hippie
Probably a
buddies in
couple.
fucking San Francisco,
Probably
bro?
a
Fuck
few.
this fool.
Yeah, talk about hate and Ashbury. Dude.
Oh my god. Talk about H and Ashbury,
Yeah.
bro.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Yeah.
Talk about Ashbury, more like buried in your ass.
Fuck.
Sorry.
All right. All right. So fucking, we got these old fucks need to go the fuck home. Let's see who else here. We think we got one more here. Oh
yeah,
my
we got a
god.
little.
Oh my god.
So yeah, if you guys want to watch Joe Rogan's whole statement he made about the Neil Young thing, I mean, he did like a whole 10-minute thing. I thought it was very reasonable. He's like, hey, I'll make sure to have people with all sorts of viewpoints, which I don't even think he really has to apologize that much, because it's like, dude, he had Sanjay Gupta on, he had a bunch of people on both sides of this debate.
Here's the thing. I'll say when he had Sanjay Gupta on, that was good because it
epic.
shows that actually, he's like, that shows that Joe Rogan will straight up be like, I'm not your enemy. Come talk to me,
No,
He's
exactly.
like, you guys are saying all these things about me. Let's have a talk,
Yeah.
And Neil Young's way too fucking pussy to do that. He would, dude, we're even saying
Right.
Joe Rogan would probably love to have Neil
Right.
Young on the show talking about hippie shit and talking
Absolutely.
about, music and talking about, how things have changed instead of just being like, you're a liar and you're spreading misinformation and
It's like,
you're causing problems.
It's
And
like 1v1 me then.
yeah, exactly. One
Come
come
and
me, you
spread your-
fucking pussy.
Come and spread your good information then.
Yeah, come drop these.
What do you
drop the
got?
bombs.
Yeah.
What do you know that I don't know? Come
Yeah.
tell me.
People are like, I trust the science, and also like old fucking hippies that yell at fucking
And Stephen Colbert.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
We're going off about Stephen Colbert.
Oh man.
Fuck that fool.
But this is
oh
all
my god,
old
this fool
Stelter.
too.
all kinds of opinions. Which sounds great, but not all opinions are created equal. You think about major.
This guy looks like a
news like CNN,
flamboyant
they have
George
health
Costanza.
departments and deaths and operations that work hard on verifying information on COVID-19. And then you have talk show stars like Joe Rogan who just wing it, who make it up as they go along. And because figures like Rogan are trusted by people that don't trust real newsrooms, we have a problem that's much bigger than Spotify, much bigger than any single platform, Kate. But that's what is the heart of this right now.
Yeah, but you're right. It is getting at something bigger that isn't going to be solved in one Joe Rogan video or one statement from Spotify. That's for sure. It's good to see you, Brian. Thank you so much.
CNN is
yeah.
they're shaking in their Ugg boots right now.
It's clear it's fear, bro. I mean, I've studied history, whatever, but dude, the smear campaign is a classic technique, tried and true, bro. Like, and Me Too is also another smear technique. So we're even saying, we're like, I hope fucking Joe Rogan's getting bet. Like, hope he's beefing up his security or something.
Yeah,
'Cause I feel like
man.
some crazy might try to run up on him, honestly, at some point. And like, I see it, being potential for that. And if that happens, that'll be a sad fucking day if something
Oh
happened to
man,
him, bro.
he starts getting swatted too.
Yeah, if he starts getting swatted or if he gets fucking attacked.
He's pretty
or-
well
or-
protected. He's got like crazy like security at his place.
Yeah,
Well, that's good.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. But like, Lord forbid, anything happens to him, because I mean, he's a really important kind of figure in what's going on and everything right now, because it does just the fact that it's like a kind of uncut conversation, just fucking
Right.
It leaves less room for it pokes more holes. It leaves more room for interpretation. Which they don't like.
Right.
But
And it's like they try to go after Joe Rogan, but it's really the guests that he has on that they have the problem with.
That's exactly it. He, because he's not saying a bunch of shit. The only thing he said about Rona was, I got Rona, here's what I did.
Yeah, and he was being straight up about what he took and what methods he used to.
And it's like, make no mistake, he did the rich people method. You know what I mean? Make no mistake, of course he did. He's fucking rich. He's just gonna fucking smack that thing. We were even saying this too, because a bunch of
all the stuff he did doesn't even cost that much.
A bunch of my coworkers were talking. Well, got Rona right now recently. A bunch of my coworkers got Rona, and one of
vaccinated?
Yes, actually, a bunch of them are. But that's not the point I'm about to make. The point I'm about to make is one of my buddies came back and he's like, "Yeah, bro, I said fuck that shit, bro. I was pounding my body with fucking iron, juice, vitamins, water, fucking taking steams, sleeping." Like, he's like, I was saying fuck that, and for like 2-3 days, I made sure just to pound my body with hella fucking vitamins and antibiotics and medicine and shit. And he's like, and I felt better faster. And I was like, that's what you have to do when you get sick anyways. And it's like, why would, like, the conversation I've said, nothing stops COVID, and it's like, you have to just try. You have to try to be able to know how to make your body better if it does happen,
And nothing does stop. In a sense, nothing stops
at this
COVID
point, no.
because people are all going to get it. And I think the sooner we realize that it's just going to run its course through the population, the better. Like, everyone's going to get the Omicron
Being
or whatever.
bricked up stops COVID.
That's right.
Being
That's
bricked
right.
up. Get the Omicron, bro.
Well, that's right. We were just talking about how Viagra
stops
COVID.
Yeah.
It can help with COVID. So,
Yeah, it can help.
There you go.
Yes,
Open up
yes,
the
yes.
blood
Let's see what
vessels.
else here too. I think we got other people jumping on the bandwagon. It's a bandwagon too. It's a clout bandwagon because Elvira, Mistress of the Dark.
Gay old witch throwing her gay old witch hat in the ring.
She's not even my favorite horror babe. I'm not gonna lie. I like what's it called? What's her name? Motherfucking from Hellraiser, the chick who plays Kirsten from Hellraiser. That's my favorite horror chick. She's fucking fine. Anyways, yeah, I stand with musician and artists, not with quacks and hacks. This cause is close to my heart. Please sign. And then hit the next panel too. We got the rest of her statement here. Regarding fans who leaving me because they prefer disinformation over truth. All I can say is it's time to clean house and separate the clash from the trash. Bye-bye. For the people who call this censorship, would it be okay if I had a podcast inviting experts to encourage people to drive drunk if I crash and kill myself? Big deal. It's my problem. How about the people you kill or injure in the other car? Do they matter at all to you? I don't think the comparison is a one-to-one, to be honest with you. I hate that argument.
Yeah.
But also, too, again, Elvira, who gives a fuck about you? Like, who gives a fuck? I love horror movies, and I don't give a fuck about you, dude.
Yeah.
Like, sit the fuck down with your money, all of you. I've said this. I'm tired of you celebrities mouthing the fuck off, dude.
Yeah.
I'm sure you're living real comfortably, and, this is how they get their kicks, bro, because they don't do anything. They don't do anything productive anymore.
What fans does she actually have that just don't, beat off to her?
Well, she fucking came out as lesbian a while back, and a bunch of people like, God damn it, I'm not gonna get to fuck Elvira.
Right.
And it's like,
as if you had a chance.
Yeah,
so.
right. Fucking. I even said, I'm like, Elvira, your tits aren't that big. They're just out. Okay,
True.
you're not that hot. You're just the only goth bitch at the time. So I'm coming. Yeah, so it's just everybody's hopping on the bandwagon. It's a fucking bandwagon. It's a boomer bandwagon. And let me tell you, that shit probably smells bad and is probably stacked with Viagra, stacked up with Viagra.
Oh my God.
So they ain't scared of COVID, bro. They got the treatment. But anyways, fuck Elvira,
The big
bro.
bulging bean.
What? The big bulging bean, the boisterous
man.
bean. All right, let's see. We got a little bit of from Elvira to another 80s icon. Beetlejuice is out here. Fucking man, Beetlejuice.
Nice.
Oh man. Yeah. So oh my god. This is this is still another boomer move. See, man, we're getting good at like the way we lay these stories out.
We are
because
fucking taking it to the olds today.
Dude, the olds
He'll
can
be gone anyway. So.
I don't want to be mean to the olds, but let me tell you, I also deal with a lot of olds, a lot that come into my job, and some of y'all need to shut the fuck up. Okay, because everybody's sick of your fucking shit. First of all, I don't need to respect you just because you're old. Just because you're old. You're clearly a fucking huge piece of shit, and I will not feel bad about knocking you on your fucking ass.
This sounds-
Don't try to get wise with me.
Sounds kind of directed at maybe someone specific.
It's directed at a lot of Rio Lindens who think they're hard just because they're in the hood and they're still white, bro. Yeehaw, homie. Yeehaw. I've spent plenty of time out there, too. I'll knock you on your fucking ass, you old fucks because they're this weird mix of like ghetto and fucking like redneck at the same time, and they just are asking for a 2x4 to the face, bro.
Redneck.
Just getting it out there. Fucking, I don't need to respect you just because you're old. And my neighbor next to my fucking parents' house too. Let me tell you, she can get the smoke too. I don't care. Old black lady too. I don't give a fuck, bro.
out.
I don't give a fuck. I've literally almost fucking popped off on her because she always watches me like I'm a goddamn criminal, and I'm like, I've lived here for fucking 22 years now.
Yeah.
She just
Go
wants a piece
fuck
of that
yourself,
ass, bro.
She probably does. She's like, ooh, papi chulo, hey. Yeah, I bet you. You fucking wish.
Oh,
I remind her of her old. I remind her of her old Spanish lover she wasn't supposed to have. Woo, all right, now that's out there, and that's clearly gonna get fucking played back and used against me one day. But whatever.
Okay.
Mayor Lightfoot here.
Literally everything we say in this podcast will be held against us in a court of law.
Titties.
There you go.
True.
All
to
right,
do it.
so but here we go. Another boomer moment here. Hello, fellow kids. I am
Yeah.
doing the trend as well. I guess this is about getting vaccinated in Chicago, and you can get a payout for getting vaxxed out there.
See, this is what I'm saying. The rewards keep stacking up. I'm here, dude.
Give me
Listen,
10 grand and I'll take
You
it.
give me 10 grand, or I just waited another couple years and my sperm is up to the moon. That's why they call it cum rockets.
Cum corn,
That's
bro.
right.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm still gonna invest in anal yen though.
Yeah. Dude, my pure unvaxxed cum will be worth so much. It's gonna be great. I'm not investing in any crypto or anything right now. I'm just holding it in. Just no fat February. I'll start. I'll finally let it bust.
March
Yeah.
1st.
And you know what? I got to just stay away from the vaxxed because they're shedding, and this is medical misinformation, but they're shedding the viral cells on me. So I had to stay away from them to keep my balls pure.
Okay, so here's the thing.
No more 5G either.
Aside from purity of balls, fucking light. What? This is bad. This is rough. This
Yeah.
is really like cringe. But so they're giving money away to get vaxxed. Like,
She just looks like a fucking 3-year-old who wants a cookie.
She looks like the world's oldest baby.
Gremlin ass looking baby, bro.
Gremlin fucking like.
She looks like she would be your public defendant, and you're for sure going to jail.
Fuck, dude.
But this is obviously the fucking meme, the trend based on.
Oh yeah, we got the other ones too.
City
So let's-
Boys, we up.
Yeah, let's see. This is the other. This is what she's doing. She's doing
one of these.
EBT
Yeah.
one.
Nice.
Let's see.
The
What think we
trend.
got? We think we got.
There's a few, yeah.
Yeah, there's a couple one.
Yeah.
The unemployment
Yeah.
boys. No, this is what they're trying to do. They're trying to do a hey fellow kids,
be
how
cute.
you doing? This stack. She said this stack could be yours.
Yeah.
You should hella trying to be hello kids.
Yeah.
Which-
I don't want your fucking fiat currency.
This is my favorite one right here. Pull out with the fucking diaper. R.I.P. bro. Pull out game week.
Bricked
yeah.
up for sure.
Yeah, that's break up. Yeah, you guys have anything left to say on Lightfoot? Other she's done.
That's about
basically
it. Yeah,
it.
it's
She's
just a
done.
funny goof.
All right, let's
She
see.
has a dumb name too.
All right.
I just
Yeah.
I had to say that one.
Yeah, I feel you.
I know.
All right, man. That takes us to this one, man. This is actually a kind of a interesting story that I've had I had to kind of think about to kind of figure out how I feel about it. But Tennessee School Board bans the Holocaust graphic novel Mouse. I actually have my copy with me right here. It's fucking a fantastic book, amazing fucking book. I cannot fucking praise this book enough, to be honest with you. It's one of my fucking favorites. But they banned it from being part of the curriculum, which in 8th grade students study the Holocaust, which I was thinking that this would be in 10th grade when that's world history, when they study that stuff.
Right.
But I do actually remember being in 8th grade learning about the Holocaust.
Yeah, I remember at middle school is about where they started getting in. Like they maybe mention it a little bit before.
Dude,
but
I
they do
don't-
more like world history kind of stuff.
Dude, the thing is,
remember.
I remember watching videos.
Yeah, I remember in middle school for
them
sure.
dumping the bodies and
Yeah.
shit. So it's like
Right.
to me, it was like I saw worse. Like this is it's a brutal. It's a dark story, of course, of what it's about. But I mean, I didn't think it's that worse than watching actual fucking the videos from when they fucking buried up the mass graves and shit. You know, like
what's that one movie that they do in high? I think it's high school.
Schindler's List.
Yeah, I was like, what's next? Are they gonna ban that too? But,
Yeah, Schindler's List is metal too. Yeah, that shows that movie, not metal, but that movie is intense too. And we watched Escape from Sobibor in high school, and even that movie, like. That's what makes me conflicted about this. So let me see. Let's see. So what made this kind of blow up though, and kind of go from regional news to kind of national news was Neil Gaiman made a tweet about it. Who's also another writer, comic book writer too. He's a fucking legend in the game too.
From Coraline or
Coraline, Sandman, American Gods. What else? He did some Spawn. He did some. What the fuck else he did? He did Eternals. Eternals. If you've seen Marvel's Eternals, he did one of I think of the 2002 run of Eternals.
Right.
Which there's not that many Eternals comics, so for him to do some of them is a pretty big deal. Like iconic wise, he's done a bunch of shit, bro. He's really amazing.
Yeah.
But he said too, there's only kind of one people who would vote to ban Mouse, whatever they call themselves these days. So I do like the way he fucking sneak diss. But let me see here. I think I got what. This is the official statement here. So the MCMIN County Board of Education statement. I'm sure that stands for something, but below is an official. What's that?
McMinn.
What about McWomen, bro?
You're right. I thought it was Roman numerals for some reason. I'm retarded, bro. Oh my god.
Come on, buddy.
All right, but anyways, one of the most important. Okay, so here we go. This is the official statement after they came to the conclusion that they weren't going to be proceeding with having the book as part of the curriculum. I did download the full transcript of this meeting, and it was actually really interesting. Kind of just the arguments and the logic they had. Some people were on a fucking tirade, bro. It was kind of weird. This dude made this weird comparison about carbohydrates and starches being appropriate for it was weird. He made a weird kind of allegory, and I was like, what the fuck are you doing, bro? It was really kind of backwards. I might actually I plan on doing a full video breaking this down as a comic, by the way, too. I want that. I'm gonna do that soon, probably. But anyways, so what it says is one of the most important roles of an elected board of education is to reflect the values of the community it serves. The McMinn County Board of Education voted to remove the graphic novel Mouse from McMinn County schools because of its unnecessary use of profanity and nudity and its depiction of violence and suicide. Taken as a whole, the board felt this work was simply too adult-oriented for use in our schools. We do not diminish the value of Mouse as an impactful and meaningful piece of literature, nor do we dispute the importance of teaching our children the historical and moral and realities of the Holocaust. To the contrary, we have asked our administrator to find other works that accomplish the same educational goals in a more appropriate fashion. The atrocity of the Holocaust were shameful beyond description. We all have an obligation to ensure the generation learns of its horrors to ensure such an event is never repeated. We simply do not believe this work is an appropriate text for our students to study. And that was officially signed, and it was voted on unanimously by all the board members.
Stop keeping our kids under a fucking rock, dude.
This is for 8th graders, by the way.
Wait, I thought it was 6th grade.
8th is where. No. And so what I was saying is that 6th grade is when you're allowed to start teaching about the Holocaust. Right. So for them to be in 8th grade, that's what I'm saying. A lot of the members did argue this is appropriate. It's nothing inappropriate about us using the book, but a lot of the parents or whatever offended at the language, I guess. And it is
heavy. I mean, I haven't read it, but just from kind of flipping through it, I'm like, yeah, no, it's brutal, bro. It's fucked up.
It's rough. It doesn't pull its punches. It doesn't pull its punches. Dude,
I remember I read Night by Elie Wiesel in 8th grade, and that was brutal. That fucked me up. And there's obviously there's obviously very descriptive of what's going on, but there's no visualization of it. And this is it's a pretty hardcore fucking book.
Right.
All I gotta say is if all these parents, don't give a shit about their fucking tablet kid watching porn on their fucking tablet at home, they should definitely just let the kids fucking read the books that actually, put in that impact and, really show some real shit in there. It's something that it seems ignorant to take away from,
I think this is a big wave of Karenism to me is what this reeks of to me. A lot of people are trying to say oh, it's a Nazi thing or they're against it because it's Jewish.
Everybody's like shadowing their fucking kids nowadays, and it's just like terrible. I can't stand it.
Well, I have no doubt that there's like a Christian mom out there who saw some of this imagery that's in the comic, and because it's brutal, it shows people dead, it shows people hanging, it shows the scene that got that got the most attention and is the reason why I did include it on here. We'll get to it in a second. It's not terrible, but it's not fun. It's not nice. It's not a nice picture. It's not a nice thing, but it is in there, and that's the thing that made them call it the panel, that because they tried to redact it. They did try to censor all their copies of the books, but apparently they're having copyright issues because of that. From being let borrow. Go ahead.
I think let me just like play fucking devil's advocate or whatever.
Right.
But I think. So it's for 8th grade. They took it out of the 8th grade curriculum. I think 8th grade's about like the borderline of when you should, because I think there's an argument to be made where it's, if you're just showing all of this really graphic concepts and like really fucked up shit to young kids, they're not quite able to grasp it on an intellectual level. It's just traumatic to learn about. And obviously it is traumatic. It's history. History is traumatic. But that's why you kind of learn the basic version of it. Like I understand from a certain angle. And also I'm very torn about this because I don't think this is the same as this is not the same as like book burning or whatever. It's still available in the library. You can still check it out. You can still, and if you're a parent and you want your kid to read this, you can still have them read it. But also at the end of the day, I would be kind of a hypocrite because we've talked about other school board things where it's like, yeah, I think parents should have a decision over what their children actually do see. It's not the state does not have that claim over your kids. So it should be based on what the actual people on the board and when they do city council meetings and things like that. I think the parents, it should be taken into consideration at least. It's like they're the ones paying the taxes for the schools, for the kids.
And I have no doubt that, the demographics probably different out there, and they probably, misinterpret some of the imagery and some of the context, especially if the parents have never read the book. Right. They're probably like, what the fuck? This has pictures. Right. The only book I could accept as a substitute would be Night, I think, by Elie Wiesel, because there's no.
But you can read Diary of Anne Frank.
They said the thing is, they said too, is that this is written at a I think 10th grade level or 9th or 10th grade level, whereas that's what Anne Frank is written at a 5th grade level.
Right.
So I think that's why they picked this one, so it's something a little more
they're just trying to diss on Anne Frank. They're like, this little teenager.
The thing is,
read at a 5th grade level.
I was saying though is that but I was saying is that like there's a reason why Anne Frank is the main book we use, is because it doesn't go into what happened in the camps. We learn after, there's a little afterword about what happened, but it's mostly about having to hide and her family and what she went through. Whereas this, you fucking the paper I had to write, I studied this in college too, by the way. That's how good this book is. Like, this is where I first read it. I read it in college. I knew about it a lot, but I just didn't get around to it until college, and then I had to read it. I read it like fucking gang of times for college because I had to write papers on it and stuff. But this literally, like, you watch like him go through all the steps of watching society crumble into the Holocaust, and then his experience in the camps and stuff. Yeah. So like it's a lot more vulgar and a lot, not vulgar, but you watch how evil the people became, and how willing people were. Like, I think it's kind of harder to grasp in a lot of ways too, because it's so like so much bigger, but yeah, I think go ahead.
It's just the same thing where it's like if I want to educate my kids, like, and that I don't have, so I can't really fucking speak on it too much yet, but it's like I would want to teach my kid about fucked up shit in the world because they need to know about it. But it's not like I just like run up to them when they're 12 and be like, so here's the full scoop on Epstein Island. Do you know what I mean? Like, you got to kind of
ease them into
it. Like, you can't just be like, I'm going to traumatize you. And then,
the world is a terrible place. Fucking.
Right. Yeah. And right. It's like, and honestly, I would rather have my kid read Mouse at age 13, 14 than I would having them read that other fucking the pedo book, whatever, where it's got like you see that shit? Do I feel like this was like a couple months ago about the Loudon County, or no, not Loudon County, but like
I didn't.
We didn't like talk about exactly what it was, but it was basically just like CP. Like, bro,
Right,
it was about like an illustration where it's like a teen underaged lesbian couple, and then the one of them's got like a strap on,
What the fuck?
and the other kid, I swear to God, and this was like in the fucking library or whatever, and people were like, "Yo, what the fuck? Like, why are we talking about this fucking? Why is this book in the library where it's just simulating like sex acts on minors?" And I'm like, I would rather have them read Mouse than that.
Well, the thing is that this is historical. Right. This is a true story. Like this is not read like some fiction. This reads like you're literally in the room as he's interviewing his dad, and his dad's telling you the stories about about what the fuck he went through. And it's like what was I gonna say is that this holds already just by that alone so much more like weight than all this other bullshit that they're trying to implement into the curriculum. So for me to be, you know what I mean? Like in a lot of places, I know Tennessee, I'm not sure what's going on over there, but we've learned about tons of shit in tons of classrooms of them just using random shit, hella CRT bullshit that, came out 4 years ago. This book is anti-racist, all that fucking stupid bullshit. But it does suck that this is catching the brunt of it because it's not anywhere in the same kind of fucking realm as all of this shit. This is a true story about surviving in one of the most nightmarish times in ever, and it's a survival story. It really is, bro. Like these fools have to get resourceful and it's totally different than all that stuff. So it kind of sucks that this is catching the brunt, and it kind of sucks too because I do think parents should be allowed to, have a say in what their children learn about. And unfortunately, I do think that in some ways this book could be misconstrued in some ways. Like we've seen we already did that segment. School should just be based. Watching how teachers, they love to warp shit left and right. So and I would hate for this book to be manipulated in a gross way. It's something gross, because it's such a beautiful fucking book, like
it's just like Drumpf, it's just like
no exactly. And I would hate for that to happen, but also I mean it's just a powerful enough book that here let's go right here. So I think I got some comments from Art Spiegelman himself too. So Tennessee School Board removed the Pulitzer printed wide from the eighth grade curriculum due to concerns about profanity, image of a female nudity, depiction of Polish Jews. January 10th. So whatever. And then, anyways, it just says Art's baffled by this. Here, I think I actually have an interview. Go again, another one. This all just kind of recaps up. Oh, so this is he said I've met young people that enjoy my book. They paraphrased basically, but he said he doesn't really get it, but that's like his response basically right there. That's a fucking bookmark he made a long time ago. It says keep your nose in a book and keep other people's noses out of which books you should stick your nose into. Right. So, I think I actually do have him. They interviewed him, and he's saying, "Oh yeah, this is the panel that did it. By the way, that they're all fucking up in ours about." Which this is a really dark part of the book. Obviously, this is about there's a part of the book where it literally breaks into a different comic within the comic. It's a different comic that Art Spiegelman made at one point about him dealing with his mom's suicide and stuff and how it fucked him up mentally, and it's an entirely different art style from the rest of the book. And the whole thing is that his dad found this comic and got upset over it because, obviously it reminded him of everything he went through. And it is, this book deals with hard topics about like generational trauma too, and how it gets passed down and how you don't understand your parents and what they went through, and you can try, but it's hard. And that's the entire book, is him trying to comprehend and grasp it, that's like the present day part of the story while, his dad's telling him all of the stuff. Yeah. But this is the thing that they said was, it's a sexual nudity or whatever. And it's a depiction of his mom after she did herself in. And
seems like nudity is kind of, they can just use it as a scapegoat.
It's like
there's a titty, so
there's worse stuff in tons of textbooks, bro. If you take a fucking art class,
there's a couple of curvy black lines on there. I don't see no titties though.
Yeah, it's right at the top. Well, we'll see if YouTube pulls this because of this panel.
Yeah, right. Like, come on.
Well, and then the fact too that bitch is right there down at the bottom, hella bad. Is
whatever.
That's what they were saying.
Have you ever heard an 8th grader talk?
I fucking know.
So
Believe
true.
me, dude.
So
Have you ever
true.
played an 8th grader on fucking Call of Duty?
So true.
All right, here, let's skip past this panel though, in case YouTube wants to be an asshole about it.
Let's just say they'll call you more than a bitch.
Right. So that's the one that they fucking that's the panel specifically that got everybody in trouble or whatever that they're saying that they called it over. But yeah, this is an actual interview with them though. So let's see what
A
Homeboy has to
Tennessee
say.
school board has banned the critically acclaimed graphic novel Mouse. It is a true story about the horrors of the Holocaust by Art Spiegelman, and it depicts Jews as mice and Nazis as cats. One school board member commenting on the book saying, quote, "It shows people
That's gotta
hanging,
piss the
it
cat
shows
people
them
off."
killing kids. Why does the
That's, like,
educational
pretty
system
insensitive,
promote this kind of
actually.
stuff? It is not wise or
The
healthy
dogs are
being in the
Americans.
schools.
The Americans are dogs in the
Educators and
book.
stuff, we don't need to enable
French are
or
frogs.
somewhat promote
Woof.
this stuff. We teach this material, to be clear, so that we don't forget. Joining us now is the Pulitzer Prize-winning graphic novelist who wrote Mouse, Art Spiegelman.
Yeah, he does look
Art,
like
how
an
are
art.
you reacting to this?
Yeah.
Well, I've moved past total bafflement to trying to be tolerant of people who may possibly not be Nazis, maybe, because having read the transcript of the school board meeting, the problem is sort of bigger and stupider than that. They really genuinely focused, listening to this or reading this 20-minute document, they're totally focused on some bad words that are in the book. Like, damn it, I can't believe that the word damn would get the book jettisoned out of school on its own, but that's really where
I think it's the word
genuine
bitch.
focus seemed to be. And despite the pull quote that you presented, it wasn't really like, there wasn't any hint of, well, you know, I think the author might be Jewish or something. We don't want to have Jewish books in our schools or something. It's not like that exactly, at least. So I'm trying to like wrap my brain around it. It certainly hijacked that brain sometime around 7:30 last night and hasn't let go since.
Yeah, I can understand why it's hard to wrap your brain around it, Art. And first of all, it's an honor to meet you. Just a giant fan of your work, had a profound impact on me. They're
hitting the
specific
vape,
complaint was
bro.
naughty language and nudity. To
Well,
me,
the nudity was.
I mean, you're talking about the Holocaust. If your problem with discussions about the Holocaust are bad words and nudity, I'm just not sure you're getting the point.
I agree, which is why I'm still trying to go, how did this exactly happen? But it's, the nudity is specifically a small image that has my mother right after having slashed her wrists in a bathtub being found. So it's seen from overhead, and you can see it's a tiny image. So you have to really like want to get your sexual kicks by projecting on it. It seems like a crazy place to get them. So
Exactly.
I think that it has more to do with. I think they're so myopic in their focus, and they're so afraid of what's implied in having to defend the decision to teach Mouse as part of the curriculum, that it led to this kind of daffily myopic response. And daffy would be easy. I mean, the problem, of course, is that it has the breadth of autocracy and fascism about it, and it has a real problem with asking the parents to be on board to decide what it's okay to teach the kids. And the values are too far away from those I can recognize to see how they got there. But I'm still trying to figure out how could this be just,
Yeah, I think that's the main point. But
as limited as it is.
I think it kind of does say though, like we're living this like real like reactionary kind of vibe. You know? He's totally prepared for them to be like banning my book because it's teaching his, like he's ready for that fight. But for this, he's like, this is weird, you know? And I think part of the transcript too said that the school said it like consulted its legal, it fucking, you know, consulted like legal consultants, and like they like that. After that was the decision to ban it, because they said they're like, oh well, these words are in the book, but we could get a student in trouble for saying the words in the book, so we just don't want to have that kind of problem
This
happen.
is kind of the same shit as the Huckleberry Finn thing.
It's Huckleberry Finn's different. That's straight revisionist history because that was the NAACP fucking getting rid of this or banning this book. Not even just they got rid of it out of school libraries and then they went to the publisher and made the publisher change the book.
See, that's crazy.
That's
to me.
not okay to me.
And this is not what this is not what this is.
Yeah.
It's just the fact that they don't specifically go over it for a grade in the class. I don't think this is quite. I mean, it's really easy to just make that claim where it's just like, oh well, these guys are fascists or they're Nazi sympathizers, so therefore they want to get this book out. But I don't think that's quite it. I don't think it's a good look, and I think kids should know like what the fuck happened.
Right.
But I can understand from the it's just really heavy for young kids. Like I get that, but
I think it's just they don't. I think it comes down to again the school's too pussy to tell the parents, look, we this is the book we chose. This is what we're doing.
I don't know. Also,
go ahead.
Also, I was gonna say, well, it's not. I don't think it's that heavy, especially when it comes to there was literal kids their age going through this Holocaust and had seen these things that no one on this planet should see. Yet these younger kids, he himself went through shit like this, and that just is even more of a thing of like this should be taught.
Or his parents did.
It shouldn't be fucking But
well, he had an older brother, and it's in the story. He had an older brother that was with his parents during the whole shit, and he didn't survive.
Damn.
Yeah. So, yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, that's a point too. These people your age had to deal with this shit. Live in it, be afraid of it, and stuff.
It's very
and
important
again,
to understand the 20th century history. But you know who does not understand the 20th century history? What were you gonna say though?
What were you gonna say?
Oh,
finish your
this is going on to the next thing, the next part about this.
No, I was just gonna say too, real quick, is that like I think too, it's like there is an eagerment. I mean, like an excitement to be like to use a comic book to teach. I'm gonna use plenty of comic books to teach things when I'm a teacher, or if I eventually become a teacher again. I don't know the way things are looking, but I think it's also just jarring for maybe some of the parents are like, what the fuck is this? It's a comic, but it's hella twisted and dark. Maybe that just that shock reaction. It throws them off, because it's jarring. You're not expecting to see something so cartoony. And he obviously played into it, There's even a joke. He's all like, oh, you're gonna be a famous cartoonist like he's like, Dad, what cartoonist do you know? And he's like, oh, like Walt Disney with Mickey Mouse. And he's like, oh. Okay, and I think that's part of his decision why he chose to use mice and stuff. His iconic, cartoony imagery.
Tom and Jerry.
But who would you say is not in touch with 21st century history?
Yeah,
we're gonna move on to
a little history refresh.
Take on this one.
The good old Whoopi Cushion Goldberg.
Yeah, let's see.
Let me just say about Whoopi Goldberg, if that is your real name, it's not. Okay, yeah, sneak peek. It's not her real name. But Whoopi Goldberg's her first name's Whoopi, which is a fart joke, and then her second name is Goldberg, which is a Jewish reference. So that kind of just sounds like a ZUDECAST episode, to be honest with you. Like, she sounds like she should be an ally of Zudaria, but
she's an enemy of Zudaria now.
Yeah, unfortunately.
You don't say this, especially when you're defending a book that's being banned. You don't say this shit right here.
Yeah.
We have the clip on the next slide, I believe.
So she said the Holocaust is not about race.
Let's see. Let's listen to it. Let's listen to it from her mouth.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Well, also, if you're going to do this, then let's be truthful about it, because the Holocaust isn't about race.
What?
It's not about race.
It is.
But it's not about race. It's not about race.
What is it about?
Because it's
about tribe. It's about power.
Inhumanity to man. That's what it's about.
But it's about white supremacy. It's about
but it's not about
ideal race.
But these are two white groups of people.
Well, that was after black.
Oh my God.
Well, missing the point. The minute you turn it into race,
Whoopi's
it goes
officially
down this
been.
alley. Let's talk about it for what it is. It's how people treat each other. It's a problem. It doesn't matter if you're black or white, because black, white, Jews, everybody eats each other. So if you're uncomfortable, if you hear about mouse, should you be worried? Should your child say, "Oh my God, I wonder if that's me"? No, that's not what they're gonna say. They're gonna say, "I don't want to be like that."
Well, hopefully.
Yeah,
And in
most kids, they don't want to be cruel.
No, they don't. And we're living in an era where people are.
I don't think even she knows what point she was trying to make with that.
She was fucking. That was rough, bro.
And
That was rough
these
to
kids
watch.
are gonna grow up with critical race theory or whatever, you know. This is the whole thing where it's like, this is just a fundamental misunderstanding, I think, about race. Because clearly, if you read your, World War II history, Adolf Hitler did not view Jews as white.
Bro, Adolf Hitler fucking viewed Aryans as aliens, dog.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
like this was very clearly about race, and this bitch doesn't know what she's talking about because he literally believed that Aryans were different from other white people,
right?
Because he learned about these alleged creatures that exist, and he thought that the Aryans were literally descended from a different gene. He was using science to determine this. He trusted the science that his boys came to him with, and he used this to wage war against fucking everybody. First of all, obviously, he tried to take over the world. Second of all, he used it to justify exterminating the people that he saw at the bottom of this shit. So this is what happens. Yeah. It is about race. It's the epitome of playing into racial theory. It is really, literally what happens when you take it to the highest level.
Yeah.
And it's not like you clearly don't know what you're talking about, Whoopi. Shut the fuck up.
And the question of are Jews white has been around. I mean, but that was just the fundamental misunderstanding. And then you had papers back then, such as the New York Times, the paper of record, who claimed that Jews were white, whereas obviously in Germany, the Third Reich did not think so at all. And also Jews are, I mean, not always white. German ones or Polish ones could be considered white passing or whatever.
They have fair skin, you know.
Right, but it's like there's Arabs with fair skin. There's they didn't view other Europeans, but to say it's all white people versus white people is insane. I was watching Tim Pool, and he had Seamus on, and he was saying, that's like saying, oh well, the rape of Nanking wasn't racist because it was just Asians versus Asians. But it's like no, it's Chinese versus Japanese. They did not view each other as the same race. In the same way that we would look at, what happened in Rwanda and be like, I don't get it. Like, what? Like, one of y'all got like slightly wider nostrils than the other, so you started hacking each other with machetes and shit. Like, it's if you look at it at a dumbass fucking, what it is it's more about ethnic groups, nationalities. It was more about, which is why race is just a made up fucking concept.
To some degree, I'm gonna play devil's advocate here. I'm not defending this. She's obviously stupid. She just keeps fucking coming with the stupid shit too.
Yeah, there's a part 2 as well.
But we'll get there.
Was there anything else in this video?
I don't think so.
Okay.
So I do believe that ethnic conflict is natural, but racial conflict isn't. I do think that ethnic conflict, people from different areas of the world with different cultures and different ideas fighting, that's gonna happen. But just because of skin color and stuff, that's absurd. That's not normal. Right. And a lot of these big societies, I'm gonna go back to ancient history here. A lot of your Egypts and your Roman empires and your Ottoman empires and your Persian empires, they were multicultural. What the fuck, bro? Like, people are gonna come from near and far to do business and make money. Of course, they were all multicultural, to an extent. So to me, it's like racial conflict isn't natural, and I think that's kind of what she's wanting to say, but I'm not justifying it because it's clearly some critical race theory bullshit that she's saying about whiteness and again, this critical race theory shit. Everybody thinks because, we've studied American history and American racial relations so well that it applies everywhere. It really doesn't, bro. Go down to Mexico. They got their own, literally, a fucking tier system based on how much percentage of Mexican or how much percentage of white. There's mestizo, there's mulatto. That's when, they got their own shit, and it's like none of our shit applies down there because it's all subjective just to American history. And again, this is totally different because you got Polish people that were Jews, but there were also Polish at the same time because they lived in Poland and they were Polish citizens.
And even just I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, but there's Polish people who weren't Jews that were still rounded up too.
Oh, absolutely, because he annexed the whole area, and if you resisted him, bro, you fucking got.
Or you might not have been rounded up in the same way, but
well, he was rounding up the gays too. He was rounding up, fucking people that believed in other religions too, like fucking Islams and Christians and stuff too. He was fucking rounding all the undesirables. You know what I mean? Anybody who he deemed unworthy. Oh, disabled people too. Right. If you had like a mental or a physical disability, bro, you were going to the camp too, and you were just going right. They weren't even gonna make you work. You're just done.
Even if you were just deemed like not useful or not to society.
And that's a big thing that's in this book too, is like, bro, he had to make himself useful. He had to make himself useful. You feel me? Like, not just like let it happen, like or just kind of be like, oh, I don't know. He's like, no, I'm gonna fucking learn how to do shit, and I'm gonna remember, and then I'm gonna use that skill to barter later, you know? And he fucking saved his ass a million times because he was resourceful like that. But anyways, let's see what the part 2 is.
I just want to say, I think what Whoopi gets just saying Whoopi, just someone who's named Whoopi. I'm like, yeah, let's listen to what Whoopi has to say about these important topics. But I think what the real problem is she is looking at it from this sort of like critical theory point of view. Which, if you go on like the Anti-Defamation League's website, they define racism as the hierarchical structure that benefits white people. It always comes down to white people. And it's always not to be like, oh, woe is me, poor white guy, but what it is saying only white people have the capability of being racist. So if it's just white people killing other white people, it's not based on race. It's only racist if it's white people going after non-white.
It's like how did the structure of Nazi Germany not benefit white supremacy? How did the structure of Nazi Germany not? And again, too, we were just saying it's like, oh, everything is white supremacy except the Holocaust now. Right. Like everything except the Holocaust is white supremacy. Are you fucking kidding me? Like,
right. And it's like the whites in America did not agree with this, and they were kept in the dark about this by papers like the New York Times. So they were downplaying it because the New York Times was trying to make the argument that, oh, it's like, well, Jews are white, and there's no difference between, and it's just they're trying to make this weird like coalition. It's like there's black over here, which is one voting block. There's white was one voting block.
Also, didn't Hitler get Man of the Year one year?
Time magazine, 1938.
That's not necessarily a positive thing, though.
No, but I'm saying them trying to mask it. Not
well. People get Man of the Year like. It's not. It just means they're the most influential, not that they're like the best. You know what I mean? Like they gave. I believe, wasn't it Elon?
They gave Elon,
right, and they're shitting on him, to some extent, or giving sort of both sides of it, but
right.
It's like I wouldn't say that's exactly. They're not like endorsing him, but.
And again, they very clearly like she doesn't know what she's talking about. She knows nothing about the dynamics of the time. And it's like, you think that it's rough now, bro. It's like, imagine back then, dude, when there were laws saying no fucking Italians, laws saying no Germans, laws saying no Polish, laws saying, you were allowed to, they were allowed. They were allowed to do that back then. It wasn't until fucking Brown versus Board of Education, you couldn't fucking segregate. So you could segregate however the fuck you wanted.
Right.
And it's fucked up. But let's see the response, because obviously people didn't like that. People were upset.
She got slammed. So she's on Colbert.
Understand that the Nazis saw it as race. Well, because they might asking the Nazis, they would say yes, it's a racial issue.
Well, see, this is what's interesting to me, because the Nazis lied. It wasn't. They had issues with ethnicity. Not with race, because most of the Nazis were white people, and most of the people they were attacking were white people. So to me, I'm thinking, how can you say it's about race if you are fighting each other? So it all really began because I said,
can you press pause real quick too? Just
to children what happened?
This was not war. This was genocide.
Right.
They weren't fighting each other. They weren't fighting each other.
One completely dominated another.
They had their businesses seized. They had their property seized. They were forced into isolated blocks of fucking areas to live. Way too many people in these small areas with You had to have fucking, passes to work. They took everything bit by bit, slowly, step by fucking step. This was not war. This was not people fighting each other. This was fucking genocide, a procedural genocide, bro. And that's what this bitch doesn't fucking realize.
Right.
Like, this is what this fucking critical race theory fucking does, dude. Yeah. It makes you think everything is about white and black and these weird little ratios of shit. And it's like, oh, they were fighting each other, so they were white. They weren't even fighting each other, motherfucker. This was a minority of the population being attacked by the majority under the means of fucking a racial campaign. And it was
it was about religion too.
It was about religion too, but it is
and nationality.
It's nationality too.
All of these things intersect, but they're not exactly the same thing. But to say it's not about race,
it's like nation, ethnicity, and race. Most people can't tell you fucking difference between those. Like,
it kind of also shows the problem that if she really thinks that fucking the color of your skin is just what makes you
a certain race.
Yeah, like it's ignorant. It's absolutely ignorant because. It blows my mind that this is even coming out of her mouth.
I almost get what she's trying to get at, and it's like, oh, Hitler lied in the sense that it's like, well, yeah, I mean, Hitler lied, obviously.
Of course, Hitler lied. Shit. Yeah,
but I get the where it's like, you could say that race is a made up concept, and this is what the scientists of the time were trying to say. It's like, there's the white race, but before that, there was no concept of the white race. It's about tribe. It's about power. It's about different. It's about different cultural things. The Civil War. It's like, was white people versus white people, right?
Right.
But it was a cultural difference. It was a difference in values.
Right. And that was also like a national thing too. So I mean, there is the element of they were trying to expand the nation back to what it was before World War I and shit. But let's finish this out because her final words just had my jaw dropping, bro.
Yeah.
Let's hear this.
So watch this non-apology.
This wasn't racial. This was about white on white. And everybody said, no, it was racial. And so that's what this all came from. So once again, don't write me anymore. I know how you feel. Okay, I already know. I get it. And I'm going to take your word for it and never bring it up again.
We have to take a quick break.
Great.
Stick around. We'll be right back with more.
Yeah, she
That's
gives the
the
most
fucking
non-fucking
bitch.
apology. The most non-fucking apology I've ever heard in my fucking life. I'm going to take your word for it and not bring it up again. That means whatever you say, let's move on. Why the fuck do your liberal fucking icons get to apologize? Why do they get, she says, you don't need to write me anymore. I know how you feel. It's all like, you don't get to do that. You don't actually get to do that. You don't get to just say, that's enough, I get it. No, you don't. Especially when everybody fucking harks on everybody else and you're eager to hark on everybody else too and talk shit about them on your fucking show.
Because she knows
everybody's
that
gonna
nothing's
fucking
gonna
talk
happen to
shit
her.
about you, stupid fucking bitch.
Damn.
I don't care, bro.
Yeah,
Fuck
Sister
Whoopi.
Act wasn't that good.
No,
Shut
she
up.
fucking sucks, bro. Tell me what fucking good thing she's in, bro. She's fucking Star
Yeah.
Trek. Okay, Star Trek. I'll say Star Trek.
Yeah.
Fine. Fine. I guess.
Stella has lost her groove, I will say.
yourself.
Yeah.
Which Star Trek is she in?
Next
Shitty
generation.
one? Oh, no.
Yeah, right.
That's like
That's
the
the
only
best
other
one, yeah.
fire one, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so
man.
let's see. She's stupid. Look, what a way. Hey, and especially, she was defending this book. How the fuck do you get to that? Saying the Holocaust wasn't about race if you're defending this book. This book breaks it down just by telling about the real interactions of what happened. And it's like, it was about because even too, the Polish were like, well, I'm a Pole, but I'm not Jewish, So the hierarchy comes into play, you know what I mean? And it's just, it's rough.
And there's an argument that you can make where it's like, okay, someone who looked like Whoopi Goldberg, if she was living in Germany in the 1930s, obviously it would have been much easier for the Nazi occupation to be like, there's one, come get her, right? Take her away. Whereas someone who's Jewish may, if they stop doing any outward expressions of being Jewish, looking like a Hasidic Jew or right. But I mean, they were still going based off. They had birth records and bloodlines and all this different stuff.
They would do percentages, bro.
So she was saying, oh yeah, well, people could hide out or they could pretend like George Soros.
Oh my
God. There's something to that.
No,
but
and that's in the book too, bro, because he literally talks about how hella Jews from the community joined the police and were doing the policing themselves in the ghetto because they thought it would save their ass. Bro.
Yep, kill me last.
And the thing is too, this bitch obviously doesn't know what Hitler had to say about fucking Jesse Owens. The fucking the Olympian, bro, right? Jesse Owens, that's his name?
Or no.
Jesse Owens, right? Let me see.
Yeah. Oh no, I was just. What did he say about him?
Dude, he was talking shit at the Olympics.
Right.
Like, let me see. Yep. Jesse Owens. Yeah, Hitler was talking shit about him, bro. He's like, oh yeah, that guy's that. I won't say the word, but he's fast. But you watch these Aryans, boy. These are the boys right here.
Yeah.
And then he got shit
He's like,
on.
Roll Tide.
Yeah. Well, then he got shit on,
Yeah.
bro, because
Yeah,
Jesse
he got
always
wrecked.
he dusted on him.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? He was racist. What the fuck do you mean? Like, how do you think he felt about
Yeah.
black people?
Well, and
like,
it's
when
now
you fucking stupid, like.
Right. And now it's like everything's white supremacist or whatever, and it's like Ben Shapiro's white supremacist, Larry Elder's white supremacist, Majid Nawaz is alt-right. It's like, dude,
Candace Owens is racist.
Hitler would not even need to look at a person. He's like, his name's Majid Nawaz. Yeah, no, not part of the club. So like we've come so far. Like that really just shows you how far we've come. That even the quote unquote racists now are accepting of all sorts of different races. There's no way a Klan member would lit in a guy named Majid Nawaz. There's no way.
Yeah.
It's insane. So
Yeah.
Pretty cringe take by Whoopi, but she'll be fine. She went and redeemed herself on Colbert, or redeemed
Finger
herself.
quotes. Yeah, no.
She'll be just fine.
Bullshit, dude. Fuck this shit. But regardless, fucking while watching The View, and hell, Hitler was surprised to learn the Holocaust wasn't about race. Babylon B came in swinging, bro. I'm glad we caught this one. It came on they posted it right before we did the show, so I'm glad we caught it. Fuck that fool. Oh my god. Oh hey though, real quick though, please do read this book. It's an amazing book, beautiful piece of history, and it's awesome. But yeah, HIV vaccines. I'm good.
Oh great. Neil Young can finally be safe.
Oh my god.
From his Trader Joe's employees.
What do they? I think fucking Magic Johnson must have funded this or something.
Yeah.
Bro. Oh man. Oh, we gotta look up Magic Johnson's ties to Big Pharma because you already know he's probably like a down buyer, bro. He probably fucking tries out the new products, bro.
Dallas Buyers Club.
Yeah. Oh, Dallas Buyers Club. That's a good movie too, actually. But hey, that movie's based too because it's talking about how the pharma industry wants to suppress you, give you all the expensive medicine that doesn't fucking work instead of the vitamins and the regimens that do. And that fool lived hella long having the HIV because he took care of himself and he took the right vitamins and shit, bro. But anyways,
it was the
HIV
vitamins.
vaccine. Yeah, I'm really gonna fucking take that. Oh, fucking.
See,
we got
last couple light topics here.
Light topics here. Redesign. Is this permanent? I don't think it's permanent. I don't think it's permanent. Everybody's freaking out. I don't think it's permanent. I think it's just for a special thing.
The surgery was irreversible, actually.
I don't think this is a permanent redesign. I'm pretty sure it's like for a special thing. So I don't know what the fuck.
Pajamas.
She's a boss bitch. No, it's a pantsuit.
It's just dumb. Like, look how much better and more, just design wise, it's bad though. Here, let me break it down. Look how much more vibrant and how much more personality is in the one on the right. She's got the little toe thing there. You can tell like she's playful and would be a cool person to be fucking. I mean, and she's Mickey Mouse's love interest. Right. You have to like. You're supposed to like her too because that's who the main person's shaboinking it to. Yeah. But I don't know. It's just.
I just realized though how disproportionately large those hands are to everything.
It's just the gloves.
The gloves.
She ain't got no pinkies. You don't need them.
The gloves are iconic really because hands are impossible to draw, so they do the guitar cartoon gloves. All right, let's see what else here though. Oh, Doctor Strange. Let me rephrase this. A lot of I'm actually more kind of knocking these stories over because that one is not a permanent redesign.
Okay,
and they're all trying to make it out to be. And then this one they're trying to be
just
like
an alternate.
Alternate costume
to skin.
And then this one they're trying to say that Doctor Strange is a woman now in Marvel Comics, which this is not Doctor Strange. It's his
Doctor.
It's his.
You'll be a woman soon.
Oh my god!
Wait, that's Neil Diamond, right?
That's Neil Diamond. Yes,
The better Neil.
Sorry, there's lots of better Neils, bro. Neil Armstrong, even though he didn't go to the moon, faking a conspiracy is pretty fire. So
He punched a guy in the face. That was cool.
No, that was Buzz Aldrin.
Whatever.
Yeah. But anyways, this is not Stephen.
Misinformation.
Stephen Strange is not a woman now. This is Clea, who real comic fans will know has been his apprentice since the 70s, bro. So I'm not surprised that they made her.
They turned Clea into an Asian kid.
What?
No, I'm saying in Spider-Man. How Ned is able to use his powers.
No. I think Clea is probably going to show up in the movies at some point later on, honestly. But no, that's a totally no. I don't think that's what they did there. But they fucking I feel it. But yeah, so they fucking switched it in the comics though, which it's just annoying why they do it in the comics. At least they didn't just gender swap the character this time. That makes me happy.
A different character.
It's a different character, and it's at least a character that would make sense taking the mantle.
Right. So you trying to get some Strange from
I'm
female
saying
Doctor
we
Strange?
may
what's
or
up?
may not have a new addition to the Rule 34 tier list here. You know, Clea Strange here. I don't know.
That's gonna be a Patreon.
She got at least look. She got a thigh gap, bro. That's nice. That's nice to see.
True.
A little bit of unrealistic
Unattainable.
stance. Look at those long legs, those long proportioned legs.
Who knows what magic trick she's got on
right? Those legs go all the way up. If you ask me, how?
All right.
All right. Anyways, yeah, I'm trying to get it. Bricked up. Trying to get in that strains. Oh yes, though. Joker 2. Everybody roundabout, give your Joker 2 pitch. What should Joker 2 be about?
Oh, okay.
We do be living in a society here.
All right,
I'll go
first.
first.
Yes.
He paints his entire body to look like Crazy Frog and runs around the city naked
Sick.
with his dick out.
What song plays? Is it the do 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 do
Yep.
do bang,
Axel
bang?
F. Crazy Frog.
Yeah, the Crazy
Yeah.
Frog version of
He's
Axel
like,
F.
you know what my mother told me when I was a kid? She said to me,
It's like the
I
dance.
knew it was all a joke. It was all a lie. I think.
Let's see. Yeah, let's hear your
that
pitch.
Joker reads mouse, and then he finally smashes a foxy Jewess.
Ooh.
Or he actually.
Or she light skinned and Jewish? Is it the Zazie Beetz again?
True.
Yeah, she's
It's
Zazie Beetz converted to Judaism.
He finds a female black Jewish Israelite on the street, and he's like, "You're just as crazy as me." And she's like, "How does it feel to be a token clown, my brother?"
Oh my god! Oh my god! It's like a black. It's like a Black Panther chick.
Yeah. Oh my god! It's a Marvel crossover.
Fuck. Oh my god. No, Ethan. What about you? What's your Joker 2 pitch?
Oh no. I honestly couldn't even understand what the fuck this movie could be. Yeah, I got nothing.
He goes on Joe Rogan.
He's
like, I think you're spreading some lies.
Oh my god.
He's like, you ever done DMT?
I think this version of Joker's definitely done the Deemster, bro.
He's like, you know, Arthur, you should try. It's like modern day instead of
in the 70s.
Instead of the 70s where it's fucking Robert De Niro.
Oh yeah. I think someone did make an edit like that.
He's like, that's just life, dude. Maybe you wouldn't feel so bad if you just took some fucking, some alpha brain and some athletic green, stop being a little bitch.
He's just
do
like
some kettlebells, stop being a little fucking clown, I think, maybe you should try stand up. Oh wait, you did? Oh, that's right. Oh yeah. Didn't go well for you, huh?
Yikes.
He's like, so yeah. And he's like, I'm actually playing at Zany's in Nashville soon.
Quick question.
He's like, catch me at Magoobies.
Yes. He's like, my show in Ontario's been canceled, unfortunately, but
these pussies are too afraid of a little virus. I'm channeling more Heath Ledger.
I know you're doing more Heath Ledger here. Joaquin's kind of weird to nail
Yeah, I
down. It's
can't.
kind of hard to nail
Question.
down. Yes.
So is the new Batman movie, is that in the same universe as this? Because it looks kind of.
I don't think so.
From the looks of the
no.
newer Batman movie, it seems set in that time. More.
It's not the new Batman.
It's modern. Isn't it modern times?
It sucks because they originally were going to do the new Batman and set it in the 90s, which I think could have been interesting. They were originally going to do that, and that could have lined up with this, and they dropped a fucking ball because, like, that could have worked because we did see the Bruce Wayne origin in fucking Joker or whatever. They did a little bit at the end, like, you know, they fucking tied it in.
Yeah, alternate pitch. He kidnaps young Bruce Wayne and locks him away in his clown-themed fuck dungeon.
Oh my god.
Jeez, that's a real like Marilyn Manson kind of thing to do.
He's just kind of got all the other like pedophile red flags already going on for him. You know what I'm saying? He's already walking that path.
Okay.
It's only a matter of time.
I think we need to make a joke who goes on Joe Rogan. He's like, you spread too many lies, Joe, and now you're gonna get what you fucking deserve. That's life.
So let's say.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think my actual Joker 2 pitch that I've been saying is the whole thing takes place in Arkham Asylum, the whole movie. You know, so it's still like a kind of bottle movie almost.
Falling in love with fucking what's her name? Harley Quinn?
Actually,
with Whoopi Goldberg.
A lot of people want that. I think it would be more interesting for him to be like under mad security and get like try to get diagnosed by Hugo Strange. I think that would be a good way to make it still like a psychology movie, you know, about like sanity and shit. Because imagine it's like a fucking, you know, messed up scientist psychologist is trying to pick this fool's brain hella hard, you know. I think that's the logical like next step for the movie because these aren't like bombastic comic book movies, you know, like it's like a weird kind of bottleneck kind of, you know, drama, you know, and it's like really the acting is the you know the appeal.
It's honestly more of an A24 movie than
Right.
it is than it is like a DC movie.
Right. So that's why I think using the whole thing in Arkham Asylum, he could see other Batman villains. You could have like a fun like group therapy scene, you know? You could have like fucking like I don't know, like just other Batman villains. I don't, you know, with maybe Zass or something or some other fools.
Yeah.
Like some of the more, I think some of the smaller ones, some of the more creepy ones, the actual like kind of horror vibe Batman villains could be cool.
Yeah.
And if the whole thing's just kind of like like pick your kind of like over, you know, One That Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. You ever seen that with Jack Nicholson? If it was like
Danny
that,
DeVito.
Danny DeVito's in that one,
wasn't he?
I think he
Wasn't
might
like
be
a young Danny DeVito in that. Yeah,
I think he might be. I haven't seen it in a long time. But I think that would probably be the best route forward. I hope they don't do something stupid. Like I hope it doesn't like
the whole thing is they just sit in the boardroom and they're like, all right, how can we make the most unfun movie to watch fucking possible?
Yeah.
I want them to because that's like the vibe. That was the vibe of the first one. It's like this isn't like a fun romp. This is like a like you're gonna feel very, you know, just watch this man slowly deteriorate like into a violent
It's pretty
monster.
cringe,
Yeah,
bro. It's
like
pretty
now-
cringe.
now
Pretty
I can-
cringe.
Now I can definitely see a whole him going to Arkham Asylum and Arkham Asylum and driving what's her name insane, you know, and
Harley Q.
Yeah, Harley Quinn.
I
to
don't-
insanity and falls in love with him, and that could be a really sadistic fucking thing of who knows, he fucking does whatever to her
Right.
and
Okay.
it makes it very psychological and fucked up and
That could be cool. I just don't think that matches this version of the character to me.
All right,
I
so,
think
so here's the pitch.
Yeah, what's the pitch?
All
Let's see another pitch.
But it's cut to modern day, okay?
Right.
And it's old Joker, right? And he's like, hey, bats.
This motherfucker's stuck in 2008.
Ever been to Wuhan?
Oh my god, because Batman did go to China on the Dark Knight, bro.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's in the beginning. He fucking there's like the Chinese billionaire who was funding all the gangsters, and then they had no jurisdiction to go get him, so Batman went and got him.
And I told them all it was bat soup that did it.
you're pretty good at that.
I know you're not too bad, bro. That's a pretty good one. That's a pretty good
Yeah,
one.
I have to reassure women that I'm not a serial killer, as long as they're not a skinwalker, right? Am I right, fellas?
Come on,
That's the goddamn truth.
bro. Once they start walking backwards, it's game over, bro.
Yeah.
I'm I'll only call her 2 more times after that.
Yeah.
Maybe
I'm like, Maligma? Is that you?
Maligma, bro. All right.
I
Let me
think-
see.
is that it?
That's it. I
Hey,
think that's
would
it.
you get head from Maligma?
I get my head split by Maligma.
I'm good off that. All right. Oh, last but not least here.
All right.
All right. It's about drive. It's about power, bro. We were speculating last week. What could it be? The
That's
mystery
right.
project. And there are rumblings that The Rock is going to be in Call of Duty movie.
Yeah, Call of Booty Blackhawks.
I fucking
I
told
know,
you.
yeah,
we
you
gonna
think all
take your
the-
dicks off?
Yeah, that's my prediction. It's going to be a Black Ops movie for sure.
I think.
I got Black Ops in my veins.
It's gonna be like, probably like the Black Ops 2 or whatever, where it's like near future warfare with some
I'm in the
espionage.
CIA.
It's actually gonna be a psyop movie though, bro. Like Call of Duty was already such bad like propaganda, bro. Like
Predictive programming. He was already in Central Intelligence.
I'm just wondering
Is
who's
it gonna be
writing.
like a Black Ops sort of Call of Duty, or is it going to be like an Advanced Warfare sort
it
of?
ain't gonna be
Call of
White
Duty?
Ops.
Well, that's what
it
I'm
ain't
saying.
It ain't gonna be Advanced Warfare.
We don't know
unless
yet.
They're like,
Or is
they're
it-
like, we're bringing Kevin Spacey back, baby.
I know, bring Kevin Spacey
my
back to do
God,
Advanced Warfare
please
the
don't.
movie, bro.
Yeah.
Do it. Don't be scared.
Hey,
Don't
it
be
would make
scared.
sense if they did like an Infinite Warfare type thing, because Kevin Spacey is supposed to be the clone of the leader of the secret space programs.
What the fuck, bro? What the fuck?
Whoa, dude.
Bring him right on back.
Dude, clones, Call of Duty base? Question mark? No, but, dude, what the fuck? Like,
Very cool, The Rock.
I guess, like, what's it? This is so dumb to me. I feel like,
Yeah.
If it's like one of them, like, there's no way in hell they can do like a Modern Warfare fucking story.
that
for
would
this,
suck.
but
That'd just be stupid. It's like what, Afghanistan? Fuck.
maybe like the original ones, like
I don't think they're gonna
older
do-
Call of Duties dealing with like fucking
Like
you
World War
know,
II?
Yeah, that might be kind of cool. The Rock playing any character in that movie does
No,
not
well,
make
he-
sense though.
But the armies were segregated back then.
Oh yeah.
Ooh,
Unfortunately.
true.
I think it's probably going to be like a, not Advanced Warfare, but probably like a Black Ops 2 vibe where it's all like, I mean, I think that would probably appeal in this day and age too.
Even though that's
Yeah.
still set in a time where
I think honestly, I think Modern Warfare is the most likely thing to be honest. Like, where it's just like, I don't know, they need another Russophobic movie to pump out, so they're gonna,
True, actually.
talk
They
about
probably are
that.
going to be fighting.
But that could be Black Ops too.
but
Actually.
what
he's
if-
gonna be badass. So
Yeah.
he's probably gonna be blowing up shit. And
Yeah.
I hope it's good. I mean, I would just, I don't know how they will like separate this from just any other average like action movie though. You feel me? Like what will make this distinct? I don't know. I don't really feel it.
There's gonna
Unless
be
they do,
gamer
unless
kids, right?
they need to include the no Russian scene, bro. That's what they need to do if they're not scared, bro. Yeah.
They're gonna cut back and forth. See, it's a movie. It's a game movie. So they're gonna cut back and forth to a kid that's in his bedroom saying, "Fuck you, mom. I'm playing Call of Duty."
Oh,
like a-
where
and
he's
then
like a
it's like
character.
like the fucking
Yeah.
Princess Bride.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh fuck. Oh wait, no, I had another idea.
It's going to be Jonah Hill, who's the guy playing Call of
Yeah.
Duty. Watch.
Oh my god. He's like, fuck you.
And it's like a flashback. No. But it's The Rock is like the character that's in the game, but then it's Ned from Spider-Man is the kid playing the game.
Oh my god. He made his
He's
character
like, that's
sick.
so me. Yeah.
No, I was gonna say it better have another first person scene like in the Doom movie,
Yeah,
bro.
right.
Like back in the day, it was hella shitty.
Right.
Which I was saying, I almost wish they did a new Doom movie, like a almost a retry of that. And if they just had The Rock just going dumb against demons, that would be tight.
It
They
would've
had
been
the same
good. It would've
soundtrack.
been
It's
sick.
probably gonna be like either another Jumanji / Troy, or is it not Troy? But what's that one when they're on the bikes and they get sucked into the game? Tron. Yeah,
Okay,
could you just
oh,
like
no,
just, like,
don't
sitting
get
there
sucked into the
It's
video
gonna be way
game.
more.
Yeah.
It's gonna be like fucking Michael Bay ass, like
Yeah, I think it's gonna be. Yeah, I think that's probably the route they're gonna go. I don't think they'd go too meta with it. I think they'd just play it safe and
What
just be
was
like,
the other one? Wait, was it Jumanji where it was like Jack Black? It was
yeah, it was
Jumanji, but it's a video
remake.
game.
Yeah, it was Jumanji remake, and it was a video game.
I really don't understand how though they're gonna make this feel like Call of Duty, because it just seems like an excuse to make another generic war movie, which I'm like, nobody fucking really wants that.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, unless they do like the near future shit, like the fucking like your Advanced Warfare. I can see them doing Advanced Warfare, and then at the end they do like a moon-based mission or something. Oh my god, do you think they'll incorporate zombies?
Nazis on the moon.
I hope they do.
Do you think they'll incorporate
I hope
zombies?
they do. They better.
I think they might,
That
bro.
would actually be pretty sick to do like a whole
If they did a zombies movie,
Like
I
a
feel like that'd
zombies
be
movie.
better.
I think it'd be
Yeah.
better.
Yeah.
If they did like a Call of Duty zombies movie, that'd
There's
probably be way
already
better.
There's
much lore
yeah,
for it.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah, I think
That's
that'd
true.
That'd probably be the way to do it. Or what if they do missions? It's like advanced warfare. And they do missions, and they get on the moon, and then there's zombies on the moon. That could be tight.
Zombies on the moon. Carry a harpoon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
know.
The Rock is the Rock. The Rock Lecoq.
Yeah.
Bro.
The Rock Hard Cock Hard Johnson.
Yeah.
I think that's all we got, though.
I think
That's
that's
about
it
it.
for it.
That was,
That's
a,
a
that was
show.
a big epic show.
Big boy.
Thank you guys so much for watching, y'all.
Yeah.
Hey, whoop. Oh, what
We're still
happened?
good. That's my bad.
Oh,
for
you
sure.
shut off the tablet there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No worries. All right. So if that's going to
Are we
be
good to
it.
do a little outro here?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay, cool. Sorry, it just disappeared on our end. So thank you guys so much for watching. It's been a lot of fun again. We're going to try and go more ham with the clips and get everything, piecemealed out for you so you can send our crazy shit around to your friends. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, click that little notification bell if you like. We'd love it if you did. We've got a Patreon page. There's nothing on it yet, but be advised, there will be some shit on there.
You can
soon.
still pay us $5 a month, though, if you
Very
want. You're
true.
not going to get anything for it, but
That'd be based.
that would be based. Help us build a better streaming PC.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right. So that's been a Zood rap. Let's go ahead and hit that motherfucking theme song here.
Peace out, you guys.
Remember to drink water and eat food at work.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Just a little health safety.
If you get cold, pee on your socks for warmth.
There you go. Oh,
Buy my guitar lessons.
au revoir.
Peace out.